right. Hello, hi Mish. I don't know why your message. I see your message on YouTube. I don't see it on my multi-stream. So weird. So weird. I don't know. None of this ever works. Always have technical difficulties all the time. All right, hello everyone. I know I'm super late. That is because I spend all day, um, all morning and early afternoon editing my new video, my audio for my new video. I have not edited the video at all. There's a lot. And I'm recording, and I've got to record a lot because there's so many things. I'm like, I have to go through the whole game and record like all these random ass scenes. And I'm like, holy, but Jesus Christ. I'm in Pike and Square to join up. Defend the wall. Pike and Square doesn't have defend the wall though. That's up here. You're in the wrong locale, my friend. You gotta go to Ascalon City. But yeah, so anyone that wants to join, we're gonna do this first mission again. We're gonna go through, I'm gonna run, it's not a long mission, as you guys can see, it's really just this part. You have to like go along here, collect some items around here, for the bonus, and then go along here, and then, run down here, and then boom, that mission is done. It's not gonna take a long time at all. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do the Ford Rannick mission. I don't know. I think I'm probably gonna be live for about 3.5 hours, because the like making of like Guild Wars 2, whatever it's called, is gonna be premiering tonight. So in about 3 hours and 40 minutes. So by that time, I'm probably gonna be off because I want to watch it. I don't think I'm gonna stream it. I don't think people are gonna want to watch me stream that. So I'm just gonna get off before it and watch it. If you got, I mean, I'll be in the like YouTube chat for it, so you guys can hang out there with me. I'll probably be chatting a little bit with people in there, but I don't think I'm gonna be streaming it. So. But I'll be watching that and hanging out in there and doing that. But I did want to do some Guild Wars 1. Want to continue that mission? Where are you? You're here? Where are you? There you are. It never tells me. Oh, right here. Oh, I see you up there. I have an Ascalonian key. Alright, so... Hello. So, we're gonna go in, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna have a good time. I still need some equipment, but I should be okay. I'm gonna try to kind of work on my armor again a little bit, so I'm gonna be collecting... Sorry, guys. I'm gonna be collecting items that I can break down. I should probably, before we start the mission, just bought 3 new pieces of armor with the gold I had. Yeah, I know. I just it's a huge difference between your starter armor and then what you can get here. It's like a 25 extra armor on each piece, so that's a lot. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of wear what I'm wearing and see if I can't get materials. I don't really want to spend money that like I got from like before. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Kind of is weird to me, but like I don't want to. It feels like cheating almost. So I'm just trying to kind of do my thing. All right, Rolf. Hey, Mr. Rolf. I need some. Well, I wanted that, but I can't afford it. I can't afford it. Oh my god. What are we to do? Size of a bag. Okay. I guess I'm gonna buy some Runes of Holdings at some point as well. This guy eats turtles. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Alright, so I'm the healer. We're gonna take some damage with us. I can't do that. Mish, you can take some damage with us. You're the party leader because you invited me to the party. So we're following your lead. So first of all, you gotta add some people here. So you gotta add, like, I would add a mage and probably, since you are a warrior, I would probably not take another warrior. I would probably take an archer. So I'm guessing. I mean, I'm guessing we probably need the mage, and Reyna as archer. I mean, I don't know what your build is. I don't know if you are an archer or what you're doing, but okay. And all you have to do is on the bottom right in the party menu, it should say like start mission or something like that. Warrior with a pet. Okay, yeah, so that works. So all you have to do is start mission, and then we go. Off we go into the first mission. No archery. Okay, that works. Alright. Off we go. Here's Captain Callahan. They're all following you, by the way, so it can be confusing for so many. Yeah, well, there is the Squire that was there, Squire Zachary or whatever his name was. He does give you info on, I think, how to do it. I think he says something like, hey, you press this button or something, or someone does. I think someone tells you that somewhere. So, oh, I'm the healer. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm like pressing buttons like I'm attacking, but I'm not really, technically. I mean, I could. But the first mission is very simple. They keep it very easy. You pretty much just like walk through here. But and then you only encounter like Char at the very end because they realize how powerful. Actually, I need to turn that off myself, not you guys. But Char actually like way more powerful, way stronger than other creatures around here. So in the first mission they have, you only encounter one group of Char at the very end. Okay, I need you to not just follow me because I just don't want to get killed. I'm like, I'm the front runner healer. Here we go, going in, dude. Okay, I don't know why I didn't attack, at least auto attack. Ah, no. Get the healers. I guess I'll try to call out targets. It's important to get the healers first. We want to get the healers first, and then we want to get. I mean, obviously, we don't have big enemy groups that we're fighting now. But once we get to the point where we're fighting like Char and stuff, it's gonna be important to kill the. Yeah. So you gotta kill the healers first, and then it's usually Mesmers or Elementalists that are next. For the Char, it's definitely the Elementalists because they do like a ton of AoE. Sometimes you have to be careful too because the warriors, like we talked about, I think we talked about that on Discord, how they're like actually really strong, and the Char are very like they use Frenzy, which lets them attack like twice as fast. So they get very ferocious, and it's very like, oh my god. Yeah, coming for me, I know. Sit down. This is for all spells, right? Yes, yeah. But it's pretty chill, you know. Once I get some better skills, it'll be nicer too. But I do want to do once we have done the Ford Ranning mission, I do want to do a sidetrack glove spikes on my shoulders. Yeah, some of the armors are really cool, and I think I just really, I don't know. There's something about it that some Guild Wars 2 armors, there's just, I don't know. It really, there's some Guild Wars 2 armors that are kind of cool like that, but I think the Guild Wars 1 armors are pretty unique in a lot of different ways. I saw this really crazy take today, which was, or like, I don't know, it's just like really popped into my head, but the making of video that's coming out later tonight. So they have like a trailer when you go on that video page. When you go on there, they have like a trailer for it, and I guess in the trailer they show like there's like you know, footage of like way back when Ion was like a thing, like the first one, and they, you know, obviously that's like NCSoft and NCSoft, you know, and Guild Wars and whatever, right? Like ArenaNet, you know, and so they were showing like footage of that in the trailer, and then I guess they were like talking about, I don't know, there was like some weird hint of like, oh yeah, and they're thinking like NCSoft and blah blah blah, and it was like the weirdest take because they completely, it was so weird because they were like taking it as in like, oh my god, they're hinting at Guild Wars 3, and it was like the largest leap in logic that I have ever in my entire life that I've ever seen, because the crazy part about it was that I hadn't seen the trailer, so I sat there and I read this and I was like, oh really? Like in the trailer they're hinting at like Guild Wars 3? I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, are we gonna get some Guild Wars 3 stuff in the video? Like that would be kind of like if we get like a big announcement or something, or like at least like, oh yeah, and you know, who knows what could be next or something, right? So I'm like getting kind of like excited. And so I was like, oh, let me watch the trailer. And I watched the trailer and I was like, where in the world did you get that from? Like, where did you see all of that? It was the largest leap in logic I've ever seen. It was so funny to me, and I was like, I'm all for like hoping for Guild Wars 3 and stuff like that, but like, holy, like leap in logic there. It was the craziest thing. I wish I would have saved the post, but I was just so flabbergasted by how nonsensical it was. Because it was just like, yeah, they showed Ion, okay, cool, because there was like, you know, NCSoft, and like, you know, those were both big MMOs that NCSoft had in the day, like back in the day, and you know, like during conventions, you know, they had conventions back in the day where you could actually go and like play these games and whatever, right? And like they had stages that had these names on them, and NCSoft, yes, is the publisher for both of them. Like, oh my god, how shocking. But they were like literally taking all of that as like, oh my god, just because NCSoft is in the video and Ion is in the video, I don't know how that connects to Guild Wars 3, but they were like, Guild Wars 3. I was like, okay, cool. I'll be leaving this whatever post now. It was so weird, you guys. I don't even know. Again, I'm all for like, I'm all for it, right? Like I'm all for like Guild Wars 3. I've been talking about this for a long time. Like nothing against Guild Wars 2, nothing against Guild Wars 1, but I think I'm at the point now where I kind of, I'm ready for Guild Wars 3. I really am, you know? And this is nothing against like, oh, I hate Guild Wars 2, and I hate Guild Wars 1, and I hate what ArenaNet is doing. No, I love Visions of Eternity so far. I'm really loving where the story's going. I'm really enjoying a lot of different aspects of the current story, and I think what ArenaNet is doing right now is really good with like listening to player base and stuff. But nonetheless, I am still ready for Guild Wars 3. You know? Yeah, I'm sitting here remember the trailer and I'm like, huh? Yeah, it was weird. It was just really strange. 15 years of anything will always leave you wanting something different. I mean, for sure, you know, and I just think that the arena net of, you know, what I try to reiterate with people all the time is that, like, the arena net of today, which is, it's always so crazy, right? To me, the same people, I have a key. I will use the key, and I will get an earthen wand out of it. Nothing that yeah, this is just not. The same people that will talk about, like, Guild Wars 3 and, oh, you know, ArenaNet just needs to, like, you know, like, Guild Wars 3, like, they need to just stick with Guild Wars 1 or whatever, right? Those same people are the ones that complain about everything in Guild Wars 2, right? And it's like, okay, ArenaNet is never gonna, like, leave Guild Wars 2 to jump back to Guild Wars 1. And, like, if they're gonna do any jump to anything as their main game, it's going to be the next game. They're not gonna leave the second game only to go back to the first game. Like, that's stupid, you know? And it's such a weird take, once again, that, like, people have. And I'm like, this is just, that's never going to happen. That is completely unrealistic. Like, I don't, like, yeah, you might like Guild Wars 1, but you gotta accept that that will never be their main game ever again, you know? And so it's like, so I don't know. So I'm like on, you know, I understand where they're coming from with, like, Guild Wars 2, because there's been a lot of things that I think ArenaNet could have done better with Guild Wars 2. Oh, I can't use that on myself. I keep forgetting that. That's the one thing I keep forgetting, is that I can't use that on myself. It's really silly, but you know that. Oh, hello. You got damaged now. You know, it's like, there's a lot of things that, yes, ArenaNet messed up on Guild Wars 2. Like, I will accept that. I will, you know, 100% agree on that. There's a lot of things that they have done wrong, and I think now they're trying to fix those same things that they have done wrong, like, many years later, which might be too late for some people, right? Like, you know, the idea that they constantly had to re-innovate all the time, that constantly they had to, like, re-innovate what endgame was for Guild Wars 2. You know, that's, like, I think one of the biggest issues that they've kind of done, is, like, that constantly they, you know, re-innovate that, or they, like, shift their focus, or they, you know, constantly they're like, oh, well, we're gonna be doing, like, you know, we're doing this now instead of this, and we're doing this instead of this. Like, their release cadence and how they're releasing anything and everything, like, all of those things, like, I will accept that, yes, they have made a lot of mistakes over the years, for sure, right? But it's also like, the ArenaNet of today is not the ArenaNet of years past, and I wouldn't trust the ArenaNet of today to make the same Guild Wars 1 content that we saw back then. So even if they jumped back, I don't think we would really get what people are hoping for. So I'm really thinking that it's like, no, I think the best thing to do is to really jump on Guild Wars 3. It's a new ArenaNet. It's a new, like, completely new team, almost, it feels like, you know? It's a completely different dynamic. It's like, I don't know. There's, like, a lot of things that they could do with, like, a new engine, and with, like, new, like, assets, and, like, new coding, and, you know, all these different things that I really think, like, you know, Guild Wars 3, I think, is a better idea than, you know, whatever. But I'm okay with them, like, focusing on, like, pretty much fixing some of the issues that they have with Guild Wars 2. You know, like I said, I think one of the things they should look at for systems and stuff is, like, Guild Wars, the actual guilds, right? Like, I think that's a system. Hey, how are you, Miss Lorvath? How are you doing today? You know, so I think that, like, ArenaNet could definitely, they could definitely, like, work on a lot of different systems still in Guild Wars. Right? In Guild Wars 2, I mean, which is fine. I mean, and they're kind of doing that anyways. But, I don't know. I think I don't know. I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that there's a lot of really weird takes on Guild Wars in general. I think like Guild Wars 1 and 2, where people are just like kind of projecting their own feelings on like, and it's just like, okay. I'm sorry, what did you say? I can imagine NCSoft giving them full backing of Guild Wars 3 and adding people from NCSoft to join the team. Well, I don't know about that. I think ArenaNet is pretty much like, I think they like to be independent of that. I don't know if they would be like, well, I mean, I don't know how that all works, but I think that they've been growing a lot too. Like ArenaNet is not the same small team that they used to be back in the day, you know? They're bigger now, but I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see. Maybe we'll get a little bit, maybe we'll get a hint on like today's video when that releases. About Guild Wars 3. Maybe they're gonna have something in there. I don't know.
They've spotted us. Back to the wall.
They've spotted us. Back to the wall. Alright, this is the running section, you guys. This is where we just run. We run back to the wall. That's all we do. That's the only part of that mission. That is, yeah, so we encounter one group of Char, and then now they're all coming after us, and we now have to run away from them. Oh, hello. Run, everyone, run! Oh god, Reyna's dead. She just stood there. She's like, I'll hold them off. Silly girl. But not loot. Yeah, I get. Well, if it, the weird part is I don't think gold gets collected, but you do get. If you go through a mission and you don't collect all of the items, you actually do get them to. You get the ability to pick them up. There's a window that pops up that actually has all the loot you didn't collect. So, oh, the fire imp is dead. I could summon another one, but I'm not going to. But yeah, I don't know. I think, like I said, guilds as a system, like, would be I don't know if there's something else about, like, that they, for the next expansion, that I would like to see them, like, improve, right? Because the last couple expansions, they've always taken something, and they're like, okay, we're gonna take this, and we're gonna improve it. We're gonna do something new, we're gonna freshen it up, we're gonna whatever, right? And, yeah, I don't know how. I don't know really what else besides guilds that there probably is other things that I'm not thinking of, but I really think that like guilds, as a system, needs is in a big need of an overhaul, because there's just no need to be in a guild, beside like hanging out with your friends. But it's like I feel like in a game called Guild Wars, they should have some kind of focus on guilds a little bit. Like, just a tap, you know? Alright, there's the army of the damned. The armies of the damned. They're coming for us. They're coming for us. Okay, I guess we can just not deal with them. They're too strong, we don't really have a team. Oh, look at all these revived folk.
You're back. Well done.
Why? What was it? Oh, I was there. I was like, I don't know. I guess I didn't see myself. I don't know why not.
And the Char army in a valley to the north. But I'm afraid we were spotted. They come for the wall as we speak.
They're right next to you. You don't need to look over that railing. There's literally a Char right next to you on the stairs.
There are too many. We'll never hold them back.
I
The
love
wall
these
is lost.
cinematics. The
We must fall
cinematics, they're
back.
really funny.
Retreat! Retreat! Regroup at the bunkers just north of Fort Rannoch. We can't let the Char make it to the capital.
This is crazy when you see the jank in those cinematics and stuff, and a lot of people are just like, "Oh my God, Guild Wars 1 is like the best game ever." I'm like, there's so many janky moments. The dialogue is like all over the place. Sometimes the story can be all over the place. It's so weird to me where I'm just like, you're kind of like romanticizing this whole thing. Like, the game has a lot of issues. Okay, like there's a lot of things that Guild Wars 2 does much better, right? Like, that's not to say that either game is better than the other, but I'm just saying, like, I really look at that. That's a great armor. I love all that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, today we're talking about hot takes. Apparently I'm just talking about things that people say. All right, well, that was the first mission. Yay! Woo, we did it. Aren't we just the best? We ran away from a bunch of Char. We're the greatest, I know. We rule. Just gonna sell everything. I don't even care breaking it down. But I will get this. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Now I'm back out of money again. Farnese Farscape. I always love reading names. Victor Talnang? Annie Treya. It's almost like you, Mish. Just like your sister. This guy's like my brother. Look at that. It's kind of scary. It's like the same face, the same hair, it's just different color. It's weird. Not a lot of options, you guys. See, that's another thing. It's like Guild Wars 2 has way more character customization options. Way more. Way more armor sets that you can choose. Like, there's so many things that, like, Guild Wars 2 does better than Guild Wars 1. And that's okay. And I'm not saying that, like, Guild Wars 1 has any worse for it. I'm just saying, like, all these people that say, like, oh my god, Guild Wars 2 is nothing compared to Guild Wars 1, and Guild Wars 2 sucks, and da-da-da. I'm like, really? Look at that ugly-ass ice crown on her head. Me, so you're in control of the queuing? Okay, that's fine. Alright. That's fine. You just let me know when you're ready. Alright, let's do it. Enter mission. Alright, so this is us taking back the wall. Alright. Towards the end, it gets not really hard. It just gets a little annoying. And there's a little part that I'll get to when we get to the end where we kind of have to, like, hurry up. Not necessarily hurry up, but like where we have to kind of like rush in because there's something that you can do to really make this whole the end of the very end of the mission. You can make it a really fast situation, like really quick. You can get it all done. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to save some of these soldiers. We definitely got to save Armin Saberlin because he's important to the bonus. So. Oh, I guess I can't heal these guys? Okay. Weird. I thought I could. Oh, that guy could heal. Did I not click right on the oh god. No! Don't die on me. I need you to live. Armin, are you coming? Alright, I was gonna say, I'm like, Armin, we need you. There's Gurn. We can talk to Gurn in a second. I'm just gonna fight these guys. We're just gonna we're just gonna fight through. We're gonna come back here in a second to talk to Gurn. It's a little side. It's a really easy side quest you can do, and I'd like to do it just because for the extra experience. Oh God! Hello. Hello. Just gonna keep this guy alive just to make sure. Like way too many people. Because I gotta look on screen on their health, and then I gotta look on here for everyone else's health. I'm like, this is much. We'll be back to for those in a second. I just want to make sure because these NPCs are just gonna run ahead, and I don't want him to die because he's important for the bonus. And there's a boss here. Claw Featherstorm is here. Hello. Ow. So rude. Okay. See, so he has an exclamation point over his head now. Hold on. Let's kill these guys real quick. Okay, and he's gonna stop here. He's not gonna move. He's not gonna help us any further. So stop, Armin. My son Dita was carried off by the Char, so we have to rescue his son. But let's go back and let's actually grab the quest from Gurn up here, and that type of stuff. I really love these pillars, by the way. These pillars don't always appear, but I remember when we first played through. When we first played through, like a couple years ago now, when we played on the channel through the game, we had all these. We like looked at these. These are like these look almost very new, like Crichton. They're not quite Crichton letters, so you can't translate that, but it looks really cool, and it has this like weird ghostly face on there. Always kind of creeped me out. It looks a little like a little bit like Gwen, like later on, or like a little bit of like maybe it looks a little bit like Althea too, but yeah, kind of weird. But here's Gurn Blanston. Hello. Yep. So we got to bring her a message. The thing is, it reminds me of the pillars and Crystal Oasis, to be honest. Well, the pillars and Crystal Oasis actually do exist in Guild Wars 1. That's like the one thing that, like because I did, like, if you ever get the time, like, I would definitely watch some of those comparison streams that I did, because, there was a lot of, like, there's a lot of really cool connections between the games sometimes in certain instances, and like those pillars are very much those, like, that connection, because they have those exact same pillars in Guild Wars 1, and they're positioned in the exact same place as they are in Guild Wars 2, so you can actually, like, you know, if you compare them to each other, you can actually see exactly, like, they're laid out exactly the same. So that's actually like a really great connection between Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2. So here it gets a little bit annoying, and I actually like to stop it. Well, I guess I'm just gonna tank this out. I don't care. Take this. Charhide. Stalker armor. I'm gonna try to break some of these down and see if I can. Yeah, that's what I need right there, baby. Hello. Haha. I always love knocking them down. That's the funnest. You guys are just hitting the wall. Stupid NPCs. So here, what I like to do, so you can see Detours over there. Good old friend Detour. So usually you would go down this path, but then you go in between these enemy groups. So I actually take the back route usually, which takes a little bit longer. It's not that much longer. I mean, you're kind of just walking parallel to where you would be going, but you'd be going in between these groups, and that's kind of dangerous. This way, you can actually surprise them from behind and take them one group at a time, which is much better. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Get down. Oh. Didn't get it in time. Annoying. Yeah, and then they approach you. So it's like a pincer attack almost. Because they, like, they have a group appear from the front. And then have, on each side, have a group. And that can kind of, it can mess you up a little bit, you know? It can be quite a dangerous situation. I'm gonna heal the party. All these items. Stalker armor. Leather square. Ah, the Ravager. Spar the Ravager. Oops, I was trying to attack, but it wasn't working. Because I didn't have a target. This is also a really dumb situation, because we're gonna aggro. We're gonna aggro, so we want to go for that guy. That's the healer, the martyr there. See, we're gonna aggro those guys up there, and it's gonna be really kind of annoying because you can't hit them with like attacks. Hold on. Oh, yeah, too late. So this is kind of a crappy situation, but. If I can flag you guys here, maybe you guys can actually hit them. Oh, they can. Okay, good. Alright, well. The fire imp, that's the problem. The fire imp is gonna deep wound condition to works like gravity. Yeah, I don't know much about Final Fantasy. I wish I did. I wish I knew more about Final Fantasy. Oh, yep. That. Can we kill him? Yeah, nice. All right, cool. Because the problem is, I don't like the fire imp getting stuck because he's just gonna stand there and try to attack that guy for the rest of the mission. And I'm like, I kind of want to. As a health reduction, yeah, the conditions in Guild Wars 2 are really, really cool. Or in Guild Wars 1, I mean, in Guild Wars 1, the conditions are really, really cool. I love disease. Disease is really cool. I would love to see disease in, or some kind of version of disease in Guild Wars 2. It's really, really cool. All right, so all we have to do for the mission, for the bonus mission, is go around this path over here. That's all we have to do and kill those enemies. That's literally it. It is like the easiest bonus ever to get. There's some bonuses later on that are just like, what? Why? Why do I have to do this? So much backtracking. The ones there's some in the mountains where I'm like, I freaking hate them. Oh my god, they're the worst. When you have to like go trek all the way back through the mountain, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. It sucks, but. Hey, Two Cats Yelling, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Kill them. Kill them all. Down with the char. You know, because of Guild Wars 1, I made another char character. yesterday, because I was like, man, I don't know. I was like, I really want to have a char warrior. I made a char warrior, and I'm like, I really wanted like really just take what the char are and make a character. Oh my god, we're killing the bird. Alright, all we need to do is talk to this guy. We did it. Yay, good job. I was reforged. Good. I'm having a really good time with it. I mean, the thing is, and that's something that I've said a lot in the past, is that for me, with the Reforged update, nothing really changed, because I've always actively played Guild Wars 1. Not maybe all the time, and not like I didn't stream it all the time or whatever, you know, but I actively played Guild Wars 1 way before this, right? Like, we're actually currently, before Reforged even came out, we were doing a playthrough of Guild Wars 1, and we're actually in Eye of the North. We were doing dungeons. I still wanted to continue that playthrough as well, but you know, so it's really like, to me, I'm like, nothing has really changed. It's just as awesome as it was before. You know, it's one of those. Hello? I just gonna keep myself alive. We have a healer running all the way down here. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, perfect. There we go. Now this is working. I can't decide if it's worth getting. It looks like the original, just with some on her. Well, that's all it is. I mean, it's not a new game. It's not like a remaster of the game or anything. All it was pretty much an update to the original game. And pretty much like they kind of combined all 3 campaigns together as well. There's like I think there was always some kind of drawback to how Guild Wars was designed, in the sense that you had 3 standalone campaigns, meaning that, you know, when you owned like prophecies or factions or whatever, you could play them independently. And I think that was one of the things that Guild Wars 1 was kind of held Guild Wars 1 back a little bit, because you know, if you did an update to one game, that didn't really mean that you would update, or like if you did an update to one campaign, you didn't really update the other campaigns or whatever. So I think there was like a little bit of that, but they combined it with some hardware updates and blah blah blah. I think the important part of all of that, of the whole Reforged thing, is that there is the possibility of future updates to it, right? And I think that that's something that keeps a lot of, like, I think that keeps, oh, that was not it. I forgot where all the pieces are. Is there one in this? No, there's not. There's no way. So really, I mean, I think if you can look past like the outdated graphics, there's a lot of really cool stuff about. Oh, I didn't even read your message. I'm sorry. I will read that in a second. Okay, there was nothing. There was nothing in there. I forgot where all the pieces are. We gotta find 3 pieces to the catapult, but we'll find them in a second. But yeah, if you can look all of that, right? Like there's a lot of heart. There's a lot of really interesting things. There's cool stories. If you enjoy the second game and you want to learn more about it, if you want to expand your knowledge of the lore and maybe learn more about the characters from Guild Wars 1, or really kind of like deep dive into more of the history of it or whatever, you know, it's definitely worth getting. And there's even like just for the game itself, you know, it's a fun game. It plays very differently to Guild Wars 2. Right, like that's one thing that I tell people all the time. I'm like, it's a very different game from Guild Wars 2. Don't expect Guild Wars 2 at all, like not at all, you know. So, is it a separate account from the original, or can you log into the same account? So that depends on how you. So I don't know. The thing is, you can't do. So if you do Guild Wars 2, let's say you do Guild Wars 2 on Steam, and then you decide, hey, I'm gonna do Guild Wars 1 not on Steam. Those don't connect. So if you're playing one or the other, like you have to buy them on the same platform. So if you if you bought the game Guild Wars 2 through the ArenaNet webpage and you're using an ArenaNet account, not a Steam account, then you should buy Guild Wars 1 on that as well, so that way you can connect them. If you're playing Guild Wars 2 on Steam, then you gotta buy the Guild Wars 1 Steam version, and that way you can connect them.
A taste of their own filth. To activate the trebuchet after it's fixed, pull the lever once to load it.
What is that accent?
To fire it.
I don't know what that
Anything
is.
under its blast will get blown to bits. But hurry, more char come through the wall every minute.
But hurry. I love it. Not that I'm criticizing it. Really cool. So Siege Master Lormar is actually a ghost that you meet in Guild Wars 1 in the in Ascalon City. Anyways, you said, I enjoy my Char Ritualist. It's really fun with the original story of having a father that's from the Flame Legion. That's cool. I love that. I love that a lot. We call that accent Dwarven. Is that what it is? He's not a dwarf, though, is he? He's a human. Okay, so I think it's those 3 wrecked catapults that we need to undo. So it's the one right here in front of us. And, he's in the event near the foe fire. Yeah, it's correct. He's in the central plaza of what's it called? Ascalon City. And he's at the end of that like little like chain of events that you can do there. Oh yeah, I give Guild Wars 2 players that caveat anytime the Asteroid goes one are interested in trying it. Entirely different. Oh, it's very different games. Very different games for sure. But it's just, you know, I think the important part is that it just feels nice to go back to Guild Wars 1 and have like actually people to play with, and there's like just, you know, groups of people and like things are actively happening, PvP's happening. Oh, I gotta give it to him. So I got one. Look at all these enemies there. We're gonna crush them in a second. So, but you know, it's really, you have to like decide. You have to make that decision for yourself if it's worth coming back, you know, if it's something that you want to do. Oh, ArenaNet confirmed that they confirmed that the numbers completely were like way more than they ever imagined. Like they did not expect that to blow up. Where did they post that? They posted a response somewhere. Where they even said that. I think they completely said it blew them out of the water, like with how crazy that was. Blew them away with like how insane that was. Reddit, Bluesky, probably something like that, one of those, right? Like probably on Reddit, or I might have been on the forum. I think I might have read a forum post actually. On the actual official Guild Wars 2 forums. Oh my god, I know. Wow. Crazy, isn't it? I don't read much on... I don't use Bluesky or X. I know I should, but I don't really use it. So, for those of you that follow me on there, I'm sorry I don't ever post. I just really hate social media. I'm just not a social media person, so... Reddit is like the only one I do, is because it's just like... It's nice to just kind of scroll through and read some posts or whatever, and there's like I follow a lot of really interesting and funny groups and stuff, so but other than that, no, I'm good. Alright, magic. Look at the magic. We have a trebuchet. Go! Whee! And we come over here, we're just gonna hang out here. One, boom. Yes. Alright, so before we move on, so what we're gonna have to do, there's gonna be enemies down in this path, okay? And we are not gonna engage them. We're gonna go for that firing lever right over there, because here's the whole situation with how this mission works, okay? And I'm gonna do a quick little breakdown. This is a really nice little tip for people that, because this is the very end of the mission, and it gets really annoying, okay? So, I'm in a guild for girls only, and one of the anecdotes... Oh, really? She spills some beans sometimes? Oh yeah, Orion they all get bored. Sometimes they dance or they play music or they play like something. They do all kinds of crazy things sometimes. Um, that's really interesting. I love that. That's really funny. That she spills the beans on some of the things. That's kind of cool. But anyways, so the way that this mission works is that you're supposed to fight your way through. There's another group of enemies here. So you can see this little whatever that's supposed to be. That's where when the firing lever, that's where the trebuchet shoots to, is right here. So as you can see, there's another one way back there. So this trebuchet shoots right there. So the idea is that you're supposed to fire that on these group of this group of enemies that's gonna pop up over there. Like, we can't see them yet, but they're hanging out over there. But there's a boss at the top. There's stairs here, and the top of this wall. This is actually where the first mission took place. Okay, where the Great Northern Wall, that little outpost where we hung out and got ready for the mission, that's where the enemy is hanging out. Okay, there's a boss that we need to defeat in order to take back the wall. And what happens is this boss actually walks down the stairs, and if you're quick enough and you run to the firing lever and you shoot, you can actually kill the boss in like immediately, right then and there. You don't have to fight your way through to the top. You can kill the boss. You just have to be really quick on it. So I'm gonna run towards that, and I'm gonna try to do that. There's this like enemy group over here. We're gonna try to like kind of avoid them. But yeah, I'm gonna run straight for that. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to like stay to the left here, so I don't have to like attack these guys. But yeah, so I'm gonna run right for it. And I'm gonna try to get this boss, because usually this boss is or at least he starts down here or something like that. We'll see him pop up. Yeah, this guy right there. He usually has a different name, and he's gonna in a second he's gonna run back up the wall, and we're gonna try to get him before that happens. I think he's gonna try to run away. Maybe not. Yeah, see, but you can get him beforehand, and then you end the mission. Boom. There you go. We did it. If you're quick on it, you can finish the mission real quick. If you can get it all done. You don't have to fight your way through it. Little trick there for you guys.
The time for action has come. No more cowering behind this wall. From now on, we take the fight to our enemies.
Prince
All right,
Rurik! Prince Rurik!
What is it?
Prince Rurik! We are victorious, but it has cost us greatly. During their retreat, the Char took prisoners. Several of our wounded have been carried off.
Ascalons will live in fear of these beasts no more. We march to the north to free our brothers and take back that which has been taken from us.
How in the world did they get up on that tower? I love how he says, Ascalons will live in blah 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 blah, and it says Ascalonians. Love that. Alright, anyways, here we are. We did it! Frontier Gate. But yeah. You guys are super welcome for that little tip that I gave you. You may now praise me. I'm just kidding. It's awful. Alright, come on, give me some cloth. Damn it. Let's, okay. Well, I'm gonna sell some stuff here. Let's sell that. And I guess I'm gonna deposit all these materials. The materials. Alright, so there's a couple of missions that we can do here. This mission right here that gives you 1,000 experience points, which is a lot for this region. It takes forever, and I'm not doing it. I don't really want to do that because it's so long. I don't really want to do it. But what I do want to do is I want to go and I want to do a little side trip to Serenity Temple. So that's where we just were over there. We can see the trebuchet, the first one that we fired. I guess we can't see Serenity Temple from here. Serenity Temple's right here. You can't really make it out. So it's like past... We just walked by it, technically. Sorry, I gotta respond to this real quick. Okay. But I want to go to Serenity Temple. I think it's a really cool locale. And I think there's going to be some side quests where I can get some more skills. Maybe. I don't know. You just let me know when you're ready to go. I don't know if you're buying like weapons or what you're doing. No rush. Would be nice. Would be nice to level up at some point. 318. Alright, let's go. Eastern Frontier. So we're gonna make our escape south here. Because I just like going there. Serenity Temple. See, it even has like a little sign for us. It's so funny. I've seen one of the takes that I've seen from a lot of people is like people getting frustrated that you can't jump in this game. And people are like someone commented on my video, and they were like, you know, I really love Guild Wars 1, but I don't understand why I can't jump. And I'm like, well, the point is that they create, like, I guess one of the reasons is because of just the way that they created the world, and the missions too. Like, if you were able to jump, like, jumping doesn't change anything, because you still wouldn't be able to like go across this ridge, because this is where the mission is, right? And they don't want you to go there. This is not part of the Eastern Frontier that we're in, right? So that's how they kind of block you off, is that you can't get across these areas, right? This is where we just were, right over here. If I was able to jump, I'd be able to go over there, but they don't want us to do that. So they can have all these areas that are really close together. Like later on, we're gonna see missions where you go in like this zigzag, right? You go like this zigzag all the way down, and it makes the mission really long, even though you didn't travel through this giant area. You kind of just had to like worm your way through the area because you can't jump. So you're kind of like going through these canyons and these different paths. We can actually see the statue of Melandru from over here. That's Serenity Temple over there. We can see the tip of the statue of Melandru is showing through here. But yeah, that's just kind of part of the game, you know? It's like if you were to be able to jump, that wouldn't change anything. You wouldn't be able to jump over ledges or anything like that. You wouldn't be able to do that, because that's just not how the game is designed to be. Yeah, the game's specifically designed for you to walk certain ways. Yeah, exactly. Right, if you could jump, you'd break out of bounds, and that would not be good. They don't want you to do that. But yeah, it's just, I'm like, well, you're just gonna accept that the only way to jump is to slash jump. Woo! See, jumping is in the game. What are you guys complaining about? You all need to calm down, alright? Jumping is in the game. Alright, we have another canyon situation here. It's really stupid. I hate it. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Get out of here. I have a mission? Oh, we gotta deliver the message. I totally forgot about that. We're like, yeah. We tell the guy, like, yeah, we'll inform your wife. We take the message and we never bring it to her. That's That's cruel. That's so evil. My God, we're just like walking around Ascalon. We're like, yeah, yeah. There, we jumped, right? We're just doing this. Yay! I just love the like hands up jump that he does, right? It's so cool. Stormy Eye Collector. What do you have here? Ooh, a Hammer of Char Slaying. Ooh, that's a powerful hammer too. 20% damage against Char? That's actually really good. Oh boy. We have another bridge situation here. I'll show my Stormy Eye. I don't know. I'm gonna go around. We can loop around here and kill these guys. Hello. Stop it. Stop it. Money, money, money. All the money. There's Sin and Menlo. Oh, we can actually do this quest. This is a really easy quest. Very simple to do. That's it. Disease corrupted. Yeah, I like that, right? Because it's like it kind of it said darker. It said darker, like I don't know. It really speaks to the like early 2000s when they like wanted to be edgy and like, oh, you know, oh yeah, fetid and diseased, corrupted. All right, we have Sin and Menlo here. In the middle of a fight, he just ran off. Sin is lecturing this guy. Storm riders everywhere. I could have been killed. What happened to the others, merchant? So we can actually take this quest. Laris Dankworth. Oh my God, Dankworth over here. And his caravan have been attacked while traveling from Serenity Temple to Rin. Okay, so we actually get a couple of abilities here if we do this quest. So go ahead and accept it, Mish, if you haven't. I don't know if you have a quest to accept. Did you? Christian Bale with his graveling badman. Yeah, dark. I know. Did you accept it? Did you have a quest to accept? Oh, you got it. Okay. So all we have to do is pretty much walk into the next area over here. And immediately as we come out, there's going to be like the caravan and we have to defend them. But I think Sin and Menlo are here. Yeah, Sin and Menlo are here as well. So these guys are going to help us. So she's an elementalist and he is a monk. So we have another damage dealer. But there's a bunch of them coming out and we have to, there's Laris Dankworth here and we have to protect them. And that's all it is. I mean, it's really fairly simple. Nothing crazy. Storm Riders kind of suck though because they're mesmers and they can do a lot of damage. So, because remember, Guild Wars 1, mesmers do armor ignoring damage, and that can be quite a problem. All right. So, and that's all it is. That's all we did. That'll teach him to do break a sweat. Boom. And we get Fireball. I don't want Fireball, but I do want Smite. This attack deals 13 holy. If attacking a target, your target takes an additional. Wait, what? If attacking, your target takes an additional 12. So if the target is attacking, is what they're trying to say here. I think I'm gonna take Healing Seed out because I haven't really been using it. I'm gonna see how that works. I wanted to do another be able to attack a little bit more. All right, and I did get more coins. So let's do energy storage so I have more energy. All right, cool. So got a sword attack. Oh, that sucks. Axe is really good. Axe axe gets really pockmarked flats. So this actually is a location that might be that you might recognize from Guild Wars 2, because remember in Guild Wars 2, in this world, this is where the brand comes down, right? Like this is like right through here is where the brand comes down. Serenity Temple sits right in the middle of the brand, right? Like that's where the hero challenge and stuff is. And if you go a little east from there, there's one giant crystal, right, where the Grawl are hanging out in this like crater like thing. That's this crystal right here. This is this crater, and this crystal right here is that crystal that the Grawl worship. And I'm pretty sure they call it, I think this area is called like Pockmark something. It's in reference to this. Why is it so much smaller in Guild Wars 2? Jesus, I know it is much smaller, isn't it? The scales in the games are a little off sometimes. There's certain situations where it's like way different looking, right? Like it looks much smaller in Guild Wars 2, but it's probably not. I don't know. It might just look that way. I think the crater itself is smaller in Guild Wars 2. I think the crater is bigger in Guild Wars, but the crater is bigger in Guild Wars 1, but I think the crystal is about the same size. I'm not quite sure though. But yeah, there's actually, so the Pockmark Flats, I'm pretty sure are actually referenced in Guild Wars 2 in this area of the world. I think they're called like, I don't remember what they're called, but it's called like Pockmark something. So, and then we go a little west here, and then we actually come to Serenity Temple. We're actually going to see Serenity Temple. Stone Elementals still suck to this day. Here, take this. Boom. That did like no damage. Ew, look at all the things here. Like the Temple of the Gods in Path of Fire is massive. Like the Temple to the Gods in Path of Fire? Which one is that? Is massive? You mean... what? I don't know which one you're talking about. Are you talking about Cormier's, like, library or whatever it's called? Little Cormier's Temple? That's a pretty big place. Oh yeah. That is a pretty big place. Collect the money. All right, here's Serenity Temple. Again, we get these arches once again. With, look at this, dragons. They hinted at dragons long before Guild Wars 2. Small as hell in Guild Wars 2. I don't know, is it really? It looks about the same size to me, but I don't know. Stormy Eyes. You can do more. Oh, there's an axe you can actually... That's not that great of an axe, no, honestly. But if you have Stormy Eyes, here you go. You can get to this collector. Yeah, my axe is better. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. As long as you have good equipment, you know, better equipment. All right, here we are, Serenity Temple. So Kendrick Redstaff is actually, you can actually meet his ghost in Guild Wars 2, and you can fight him and stuff. So he actually appears in Guild Wars 2, but he's actually kind of interesting because the outfit that he wears is actually that of the Flaming Scepter mages, which, as you guys know, are you know, they're these special, right? Like I assume I can see you're not a complete fool. Most people hear my name and assume my specialty is fire. While I do know about all the elements, my specialty does indeed lie in channeling the power of the earth. Yeah, so it's very interesting. But yeah, here we are. Serenity Temple. Isn't it beautiful? We get one complete statue of Melandru that earlier I talked about how we could see thing, and then we get a destroyed statue of Duena. And here's Priestess Rashena. And we actually get we can do we're gonna help Devona. I want to do this quest to get a couple more skills again, but she has like a pretty unique model. So I made a short about her. There's actually can we share gear in game? Yes, you can. So you would have to trade with me, or with whoever. You would have to like click on them, and you would have to trade if you had something like that the other person needed. So you'd have to click on trade. So, and then I view it, and then you have to put in what you're offering, and then I submit my offer because I don't have anything to you, and then you submit your offer, and then we can both check it, and then we have to accept it. So you have to like offer it up or whatever. I didn't see it. Oh, nothing for you. I wonder where they have warrior stuff. Do they have anyone? Does Aerodine have it? No, she does not. I didn't see your axe. You have to actually offer... I'm not going to accept it, but you have to actually offer it up because I didn't get to see it. Like, you have to... There's like... Okay. I don't know. Anyways. But yeah, so she has a unique model, first of all, in the game, I'm pretty sure. I mean, she has like a death stare too. She's just like, hi, welcome to the temple. Like, this lady hasn't slept in like 3 years. But you can actually find her ghost in Guild Wars 2. I made a short about her. You have to actually go to the Serenity Temple, and there is her grave is right next to the Serenity Temple, like on the east side, I want to say. And you have to, as a necromancer, you have to, I think it's kneel in front of it or something, or like interact with it or something. And her ghost will appear. And then you can talk to her, and you can kind of like learn about her a little bit or whatever. So it's like one of those like class interactions that we get in game, which is really, really cool. All right, we just have to help Devona. Oop, she's right here. Yeah, so she's here for my quest. Good to see you. I take it, but I can't talk to. Yeah, I because she's part of my So good to see you. So we have to like, we have to do. Wait, what? Good to see you. I take Rashena. I take it Rashena sent you to help me. It's good to have someone trustworthy at your back. Those charged don't stand a chance. You lead the way to the eastern frontier. I'll handle the rest. Okay. So I guess we gotta walk over to the eastern frontier. I think all we have to do is walk to the eastern frontier, and then immediately, as soon as we get into the eastern frontier, is when we get to fight the char group that she's looking for. I just want to get more skills. I don't know whether there's more warrior skills or like ranger skills. Yeah, I know. She's kind of a badass. I still hate how... I really hate what they did with her in Guild Wars 2. I really, really hate that. Like, they brought her back, but in the worst way possible. You know what I mean? I really hate that. It's one of those things that I'll never really accept as, like, canon in my own head. She thinks she's Thor. She's probably, I mean, you look at her and I mean, she's kind of a badass, so I don't know. Turn into a Reverend Legends. I mean, a legend. I mean, I guess they could do that, right? now that her soul has been freed or from whatever. Well, but she's not living, she's dead. Well, that was the whole story plot in like Path of Fire, is that that Balthazar used her soul and imbued it into, you know, the construct, and then she became the Herald, right? And like when we kill her, you know, she's probably very happy that we kill her, actually. Heal the party. Stop it. Leave him alone. Come on, stop it. Totally missed that. Yeah, no, she's definitely dead. Like, she's definitely dead. Like, that's the whole idea, right? Because the Forged are, you know, Balthazar learned from Joko how to, like, utilize souls to, like, infuse into these constructs that he's created. So he's almost, like, creating these, like, Shiroken kind of things. I like in the Soto timeline that the commander become the herald. Yeah, that is. But I wished it was actually like more to that. Like we would actually see some kind of event where that actually gets shown. You know. All right. Hi, Devona. Okay, we're just going. Yeah, we're going right up the road here. Not too far. We have to stay together, Fractal, someday. Oh, maybe that would be kind of nice. But yeah, so he learns how to like imbue souls into like these like constructs that he creates, and that's how the Forged are made, by using like, you know, souls to, you know, and then they're like bent to his will. But then he uses like one of the souls that was like a follower of his, Devona, a really powerful soul, and she becomes his herald, you know. So there's Footman Tate, I guess. Oh, you took that mission? Did you take that mission? Wait, I didn't take the mission. Did you? I didn't. There was a quest, but I didn't accept it, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. Okay, Char here. There they are. Attack for Ascalon. Oh boy. Hello. Oh, Reyna, my dear. You're getting pummeled. That's why she respectfully asked you to kill her. Yeah, she doesn't actually ask us to kill her. She asks to kill him. She says, "Please kill my god," or something like that is what she says. It's like her, I have Tate. Yeah, well, we have to bring Tate all the way back now, but that's the reason I didn't take that quest is because what we have to do, we have to bring him all the way back to the frontier gate, and then we have to walk all the way back and get another dude. And so that's why I didn't accept that quest. Yeah, so I'm gonna resign. /resign. Because if we do that, it's gonna bring us right back to. I mean, you don't have to abandon it. You could probably do it at some point by yourself if you want it. But the reason I didn't accept it is because it's so long of a quest, and it's not really worth it. So, in my opinion, I think it's not really worth it to do. All right, fast traveling. Yeah, it's really annoying. You have to bring him all the way back to the frontier gate, and you have to wander all the way back into the pockmarked flats, and get another character. And it's really, I'm like, oh god, for 1,000 experience points, I'm not doing all that. Really annoying. Alright, I'm pleased. Okay, infuse health. Lose half of your current health. Target other allies healed for 117 of that amount. Definitely not using that, but while you make the target ally deals 6 more damage in melee. That could be potentially nice. I'm not taking that right now. It's just kind of nice to have that. But yeah, actually, the important part was that I wanted to just come here and show off Serenity Temple. So, you know, 250 years from now, when do we learn she's Devona? We don't learn that. We don't learn that in game. This is what I mean by factions doing better, handing out experience and attributes like candy. Yeah, but I don't know if that's really better because it rushes you through the game without really explaining a lot of things to you. Specifically in factions, it drops you off into an area that is level 20 so quickly that it's really hard for people to like catch up because it's such a big jump in difficulty really quickly, you know. Yeah, I don't think we actually get to learn in game that she is Devona. I think this was confirmed by the developers that she is Devona, but I don't think that actually is ever stated in game. As far as I remember, I don't think there's any particular like dialogue that says this or whatever. All right, so we're gonna do the Ruins of Sirmia. So we're gonna pick up that mission. And that's gonna be what we're gonna do next. So, which is kind of a shame because I really wish they would have dropped that hint somewhere that she was, but I don't think it was definitely confirmed somewhere by a dev that she is, but it's just, yeah, I don't know, we don't have that info. Do you have that quest? Jumping! No, not resigning. Agrees. Yeah. There's a lot of really cool like commands that you can do. Like you can play the flute. Like that's one of the things that play the flute. Did. Or drums. Yeah. So weird. Yeah, guitar is a good one too. Is violin one? I think violin is one, right? Yeah, like a fiddler. Air guitar, I know. And then all the dances are different depending on which class you are. Violin's like a troll move for PvP. I mean, I guess so, right? I hate the male elementalist dance. It's really not. He's like slowly getting into it. It's so weird. It's so stupid. I don't know what my favorite dance is in Guild Wars 1. There's certain dances in Guild Wars 1 that I really like. I really like the female ritualist. The female ritualist is really good. The male ritualist is pretty good too. I like the dervish, the female dervish dance. I like the monk. The male monk is really cool too. Uma Thurman. Oh yes, that's right. That's right. From Pulp Fiction. Yes, that's right. That is right. All right, let's move on. Enough of that. But yeah, I do like the options that we have in emotes. So. All right, so we just have to go around the corner. So we're going past the wall. I love how like, you know, this is a regular gate through the wall, but there's like one guard that just kind of hangs out by himself. We get 75 Grawl here. Wow, you're already level 10? That's crazy. I didn't even notice that you were such a high level. I'm not against it. Definitely helps us out. Uh-huh. You did. Yeah, I did a lot of quests. It's nice though. It's nice. It kind of helps out this early in the game. It's just, it makes the game super long if you do like a bunch of side quests. The game is like so much. It's already a long game. Like the campaign is already super long, but I'm kind of scared. I don't want to run into those. There's just so many of them. So we have a statue of Lissa here. I keep forgetting to re-grab Cyclone Axe. You don't have it on your bar. Cyclone Axe is pretty good. It's a nice little AoE for like big groups or multiple enemies. That is one that I actually know what it does. There's so many warrior skills that I was just like, I have no idea what that does. It's one of my least played classes in Guild Wars 1. So I don't know really all that much. That's okay. We're doing pretty good. I'm not too worried about it. So, just in regular fashion, we can kneel in front of this statue. Even, I mean, it's a great looking statue, but we can kneel in front of it. Actually, hold on. Let's defeat these guys before we do that. Armies of the Damned. So many things on the ground. Yeah, I know it's reserved. Jesus. So, oh, I love how that does that. That's like looking in the wrong direction there. But if we kneel, look, it's Miss Lissa's muse. Hello. She's like, I'm looking right at you. And you can get like different bonuses. I'm not gonna do that now, but it just kind of helps you in like combat and stuff like that. But we're about to be like at the ruins of Sirmi anyways. But yeah, you can do that in front of all the statues, and you can get like health regeneration and stuff like that for like money. You can give them money. It's like regular church, you guys. You can give them money, and they give you a blessing. I mean, it pretty much is the same thing here. It's not really game changing, some of those, like the bonuses there. It's really not that great. But whatever, you know. It's just a neat little thing. Alright. Groups, we're almost at the ruins of Shermia, the next mission. Hey-ya. Hey-ya. Oh, we have another group. Oh my goodness. Boom. Here we are. The ruins of Sirmia. This ones are like 10% armor penetration, but it's only in factions or Nightfall as far as I can tell. You know what? I don't even know. I don't even know which ones are the best ones, to be honest. I guess it depends on what you're trying to do as well, and where your team setup is and stuff like that. Alright, I'm gonna keep that red dye. Venia Deathbane. Look at all the people playing. Like, the last time I did this mission, you guys, I was like the only person in this outpost. Like, there weren't people here. Right? Like, you sit here in these small little outposts for missions, and you're just like by yourself, you know? But now there's like people playing. Like, this is great. I love this so much. Alright, well, are you ready to go? We can jump right in. Okay, let's go. I love that the group window has like a built-in ready check. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. All right, here we are. So we're literally like right past the rubble. So that was the outpost right there. But there's Prince Rurik. We have to protect him. Follow me. No, how about you follow me, because you just run into danger. See, this is a great example of why you can't jump. So we actually have to go all the way around before we get down here. We're gonna be down here in a second, but this mission would be way shorter if we could just like jump down there, you know? There's some devourers. There's like a bunch of devourers around here. I think right here they come. Oh, no, behind us. They pop out in random locations, so it's really hard to know where. Look at the, ooh. Oh. Devourers, oh my god. See, one of the reasons why, like, I don't know. Guild Wars 1 made me really dislike Devourers because they just appear everywhere all the time. Like, constantly you're fighting Devourers. Like, it's crazy, right? And so, like, going into Guild Wars 2, I really just disliked Devourers because of that. But I actually now, you know, now having played Guild Wars 2 for a long time, like, I don't actually mind Devourers, you know? Like, as creatures. I think they're kind of cool. There's the prisoners. See, if we could jump, we could just jump down here and rescue the prisoners. No, we have to go all the way around because this mission has to be longer than 3 seconds. So it's like the game isn't built to have jumping in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it does not. It does not. It's not built like that at all. Nice. Yeah, I saw that. A purple bow. It's technically always good to have a bow on hand for anyone leading a group or like anyone playing the game, really, because you want to be able to draw out certain enemies, and so the bow has like the longest range. Many bows have like have ranges that go outside of this, right? They're like longer than what the circle is, and that's the aggro circle, right? That's the range that that enemies will aggro you in. So you can kind of you can attack them and they will aggro you. And if you need to draw like a specific enemy away, for example, you can do that. So it's always kind of nice to have a bow with you. But yeah. Oh my god. Jesus. Stop it. Stop. Relentlessly attacking me. Good god. Weapon set for long range moments. Yeah, that's kind of nice, right? That you have weapon sets. It's kind of weird to think that the idea of swapping weapons, having a weapon set, like you can have up to 4 weapon sets in Guild Wars 1. It's kind of weird to think that the concept of swapping weapons already existed in Guild Wars 1, just no one really used it like mid-combat, right? Like it wasn't really one of those situations where like mid-combat you would swap or whatever, you know? It would be like I said, you would be like, oh yeah, I need to draw out the enemy and I'll do that here. Or like, I'm going into like a specific like PvP mode and I'm like, I gotta use this weapon set because of whatever, right? Like there's like different reasons. It's actually in your inventory. You can access the weapon sets here, and then once you have the different weapon sets, they appear down here, and you can press F1, F2, F3, F4 to swap between them. So I only have one set, so I just kind of leave it. I just kind of let it sit there, you know. Let it sit there. Because I just need one right now. I need to get a weapon. It has a different skill bar. What do you mean it has a different skill bar? Like if I equip it different, it doesn't. My skill bar doesn't change. No, it does not. Okay, I was gonna say I'm like, it doesn't have. It just disables the skills that you have, that are like. Because you're using an axe, so you probably have a bunch of axe skills. So it'll show you like that they're crossed out because you can't use them with your bow, you know. By seeing my axe skills being disabled, yeah. So you could, if you wanted to, you could build like a hybrid skill bar, but that would probably be just a waste. It's Hurl Foul Spine. One thing that I really, really miss about Guild Wars 1 is the boss monsters that have like an aura around them. They give you like a morale boost that you can capture elite skills from. Like that is such a cool concept, and I feel like and someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like that's very unique in the world of gaming to have that, where you have like these boss monsters. I mean, I'm not saying boss monsters are easy, right? Or like even having them out in the world and they give you like a bonus. But capturing skills from boss monsters like that, is that something that like other MMOs do, where you like go around the world and you have to like, I don't know, get skills from like enemies like that? Like I know about Blue Mage in Final Fantasy 14 and stuff, where you can learn those skills, but that's like a very specific, like that's a very specific like that profession. It's not just like any profession, it's just that profession, Like I wonder if there's a game out there that does like, oh no, every profession, like in order to get your elite skills or certain skills or whatever, you have to go around and like defeat bosses and capture them from them or whatever. I really like that as a concept. I think it's really cool because it makes it, like, to me honestly, it makes using elite skills feel so much more prestigious in a way, right? Like in Guild Wars 2, we just like, oh yeah, we're level 31 and we can use our elite skills now, cool, whatever, right? But like in Guild Wars 1, you have like the golden border around it and you're just like, oh my god, hell yeah, like you know, I captured this. I went all the way out there to this area and I captured this, and you know, it just makes it feel special. It makes it feel like this is this extra special thing, even if it might not be, but it just makes it feel like extra special in a way, you know. So, I know of single-player games, Heroes of Might and Magic. You can learn stuff from tougher foes. Interesting. I've never played any of those Heroes of Might and Magic games. I know of them, I've heard of them, and I'm sure I've seen like footage of them. Oh my god! It did so much damage to me. Because they're all elementalists. We have 3 elementalists that we're fighting here. Oops, sorry. I was not paying attention, clearly. Yeah, Char are mean. Like I said, you know, we did the first mission and I talked about like, oh yeah, you know, like it's really easy, but then they highlight how strong the Char are by like having them be almost like the last boss to that mission. Like the last group of enemies you fight are Char. Yeah, and then now as we go further into these missions with like, you know, we out level these guys by a lot. Like if you, I mean, I'm level 8, these guys are level 5, right? Mish is level 10, Rurg is level 10, but they do a ton of damage. They're really powerful, and I think they did that on purpose, obviously, to really showcase like how powerful they are. One thing I really loved about the Guild Wars 1 Char too is that they're like, you know, obviously it's because they didn't, you know, just because of how they kind of were treating the Char back then, but it's like they're very tribal. When you look at a lot of the spellcasters and stuff, they have like feathers around them, and they have these like, you know, they're wearing just like loincloths. They don't have like actual armor on. You know, they're very like very tribal and very very primitive in that way, and I really kind of like that. There's something about that. I think that's really cool. So we started the mission up there, right? Like if we were able to jump, we would have already been done with this. I wish we had, like, I still wish that we had upright standing Char in Guild Wars 2. It's one of the things that I really... The armor that you're wearing, oh yeah, the spikes on the shoulders and stuff, that actually makes sense. They actually, that's the thing, Char in Guild Wars 1 had spikes on their shoulders. That does not have, that is not a thing in Guild Wars 2. You can have armor that has spikes on the shoulders, but you can't have actual spikes on the shoulders. They actually have spikes on their shoulders. Many of them at least too. I don't know if they, yeah, this guy has too. You can actually see it. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. So here's where Prince Rig just runs ahead, but there's a boss. That's a Mesmer boss. It's really dangerous. So, and if Prince Rig dies, we all die, and that's not a good thing. Yeah, he just like runs ahead like a crazy maniac that he is. Yay. Alright. Prince Rick has to let these prisoners out, so he's gonna have to fidget with the door for a second. Okay, never mind. That was instantaneous. Here we gotta be careful. There's a lot of different groups. So there's these guys up here, this group there, this group over here. I think I don't know if he follows us or not, but there's another boss here. So you can see there's a lot of groups. We're like almost surrounded here, and it gets really annoying because I think he does not just run ahead. So I usually, to be safe, I would say we kill this group up here first, because if you run in and you kill this group and then you kill this group, you might aggro all of these guys and they'll all just like bottleneck you there, and it becomes like this complete nightmare. I've failed this mission before. Oh my god, train is so loud. I've failed this mission before just by that. See how strong they are? Oh god, these friggin' hunters, rangers. Hey Neo, how are you? Neocast. I like that name. That's cool. Welcome in. Ew. Kill them. Kill them all. Ooh, Charhide. My favorite. Scar Stern Claw. Yeah, so this is probably the best way that we could have approached this, honestly. We did pretty good there. We did pretty well. None of these are for me. Alright, let out the prisoners. Let them out. Let them hang out. Festerfang. Hey yo, Mr. Festerfang. Mr. Fang? Almost level 11. Nice. Ooh, yeah, look at all that gold. Oh god. There's more coming out of the ground. So many of them. Oh my god, it's getting cold, you guys. Jeez. It's like I can really feel the temperature like dropping in the room. Probably just a ghost. There's like, I look in the camera and well, yeah, that's the really fun part because I have like the background, so I wouldn't even be able to see a ghost if there was one standing behind me. You know, I would be like, oh yeah, look at the camera, there's a ghost behind you. Well, no one would be able to tell. Oh yeah, we got this guy. We got the hobo over here. What's his name again? He has a cool name. I forgot what it was.
Gods, how long have you been out here, man?
I don't know. Since my unit was taken
Oh,
at
look
the
at
end
him.
of the last Guild War, I think. Since the sky rained fire and destroyed Ascalon.
You've been here since the searing? That's over 2 years. Are there others?
Yes, the remnants of my unit. The Flaming Scepter mages.
Soldiers who have been slaves since the end of the war?
They're being held in the ruins of the old capital, Draskir.
Then we go to Draskir.
My lord, night is falling. If we don't head for the wall now, we may all be captured.
I understand the dangers, but Balthazar be damned if I allow those soldiers to remain slaves to the Char.
Oh, Balthazar is damned alright.
I can show you where they are being held.
Very good. We head north then, to Draskir.
Yeah, I still wish that we would have gotten to see like Sirmia and like Draskir in like their prime. Because like even by the time I have AC, so it's always cold, so fast when it goes uses the same engine. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? I mean, it's like they say it's like a modified engine. I don't know what that means, really, but yeah, it is kind of crazy, you know, to think that those are like made in the same engine. It really shows that like I think they didn't really know how to use that engine back in the day, and then they like learned more and more, you know, about it, and they were like, we can do a lot more with this. And that's when like Guild Wars 2 came to be, you know? Alright, so here is where things become really stupid. So we're gonna defeat these guys real quick. We can actually jump. The bridge is up. Yeah, I know. Alright, so he'll wait here. We're gonna do the bonus. The bonus is really kind of... so we technically have to find another way to let the bridge... Like, we have to go all the way around and let the bridge down, which we're gonna do in a minute. And then Draskir is right over there. But we're gonna go clear out these enemies. Because we need a path to that gate to be open. And then we have to do a little bit of like it's almost like a stealth mission thing a little bit. I mean, not really. I mean, it's not as like in depth as like a stealth mission would be in modern games, but it's in that same like same thought behind that, I guess. Okay, so cleared that path. So we got to go down into the into the yucky, into the delicious goo. Tar does not. If you guys have never smelled like liquid tar, oh man, that's a really rancid. Cue the Mission Impossible theme. Yeah, exactly. So we gotta go to Brina over here. Did we kill this guy? Forgot. I don't remember how this works. I'm trying to remember. It's been so long. Yeah, it's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. I remember when I was younger, right outside of... I think we do. Yeah, we do kill this guy. Okay, so let's kill this guy real quick. I remember in the house I grew up in many years ago, they completely retard the entire street. One summer they like completely retard the whole thing, and I tell you what, for like weeks after, you could just smell the tar. And then anytime it got hot too, because tar gets all like, it gets all like rubbery when it gets warm. It's like a rubbery texture. And so you like anytime it got hot in the summertime, you could just smell the tar because it got all like gooey and like I don't know. So what we have to do here is there's a gate over here, right? And so as soon as we talk to Brina, she's gonna talk about, oh, there's another searing cauldron, and we have to like follow these enemies. Like we have to like investigate them because they're bringing this cauldron to another like a different like location or whatever. So they're gonna come out of here with this cauldron, and we have to follow them. Well, we can't engage them because they have to go to that gate that's like way over here that we just opened up, or that the path that we freed to it. They have to open that gate for us. And I think there's another gate inside. I might be wrong, I'm not sure. But we kind of have to let them live like long enough. We just kind of follow them though. But I think if you let them go too far, the gate closes too behind them, so we can't stay too far behind them. But yeah, I think they got you here. I've watched the roads for 10 years. This lady has been out here watching the same freaking road. The beasts come around this time with a fresh rage of fire to take to the temple. So they just spawned, as you can see right there. And so find the char flame corridor and destroy the flame keepers. Okay, so these guys just spawned and they're ember bearers. I think at some point they'll start moving faster. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's the bonus. We just kind of follow these guys. They carry the thing, and then we have to like just follow them and just not engage them and not stay too far behind them. Do they start running faster at some point? They're going really slow. I remember that they used to go faster, but maybe I'm misremembering. Could be wrong. But yeah, they're bringing like fire to another cauldron. That's what they're doing. They're not bringing another cauldron, but they're bringing like fire to another searing cauldron. So we're actually gonna go and follow them to the other searing cauldron. There's this weird concept in Guild Wars 1 that they never really explained, where And we're gonna see this in the next mission, actually, is where they become the Char, because these are all like part of the Flame Legion, and that's not really ever really explained, right? They always call them the Shaman caste and stuff. But like they're led by like the Flame Legion, and that's the whole idea. That's where the fire comes from. And they also have like, they get empowered by these braziers and by fire around them and stuff. But that's never really a concept that they explore much beside Stormcaller, which we're gonna see. Stormcaller, the Warhorn, we're gonna see that later. Used to have hot tar at the playground in the very place I still live. And I lived here for way too long. Can transform into flame effigies. Yeah, it's all like the Flame Legion has all this like fire. They have like even not even just transforming into effigies. They actually have effigies that we're gonna see also in the next mission. That they're gonna kind of, they light that, and there's like this insinuation that empowers them, that they become more powerful through like the fire that's around them and stuff. And it's so weird that they never really explain that. So they're gonna open that gate. See, if we killed them beforehand, we wouldn't be able to finish the mission, right? So they open the gate. I don't know if we can engage them yet. I don't know if there's another gate. It kind of loops around. So it kind of loops around and it like ends over here. I don't know if there's another gate. So we're gonna just kind of have to carefully follow them. I don't think these ever close. I think that I'm misremembering that. I think they stay open. So it's not, so they're now, yeah, so they're now turning. As you guys can see, they're going down here. And so like a little bit south here, you can kind of, I think it's like down here. You can see it on that map. I think that's where the thing is. So we can now engage with the, this is the problem with this, I don't want to engage. Okay, I want to engage these two right here. There's also another gate down here that opens as well, which is actually like a different. Oh god, I keep forgetting that they do so much damage. I was like, oh, we can just like gung ho this and just jump in there, but not really. You can't really do that. All right, flame bearers. So we go up here, and so there's another searing cauldron right there. So we can now, I think now we're safe to just engage them and kill them. So they just, I think that's where they end. They just sit there, and I don't think they like do anything. They just stand there. But yeah, so there's another searing cauldron here. It's the second one. It's not the same one. It's like a different location to where the first one is. It's pretty close by to where it is. This might be the same one. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think it's ever really explained. This is pretty close to the location where the first one was. So I don't know if that is Alright, and we have to kill these guys now. There's like 4 elementalists that we have to kill. A cool little effect on the on that thing there. But yeah, and with that, we have the bonus done, my friends. As soon as we kill them, that is. Oh god. Hold on. Hold on, I got you. Ta-da! I got frost artifacts. Jesus. All the frost artifacts in the world. Level 11. Congrats. Nice. Awesome. I'm not quite at level 9 yet, but secondary mission complete. I love how it like drops down. Like it just like falls down. Alright. And so now we can continue what we're doing. I think I'm just gonna sell all of this stuff and get myself an armor set. I know I wasn't gonna use my materials, but I might just use my materials that I have. Always gain. So I think past level 10, you always gain, every level you're gonna gain 10 attribute points now. I think is how that is. I could be wrong. I don't really know how that. Is that the way to go? Yes, I think. Yeah. It's like a little side path you can take. So we're taking a little bit of a shortcut. I think, right? Because can't we go? No, we cannot. Can we not go across here? I don't know. That's weird. There's certain places we can walk and certain places and we gotta go this way. So we have to, obviously that up there is where the drawbridge is, so we would have to come where Brina was standing and then continue through, like, Brina is at the end of that path. She hangs out like behind that hill there. So we would have to come down here and we're kind of continuing the stuff now. Draskir. So we're in Draskir now. It says Sirmia. I don't know what the difference really is between Sirmia and Draskir. It almost feels like they're like this one and the same. But yeah, it kind of talks about you can read some stuff about this location. This location. Yeah. For some reason I always thought it was 5 every level. Yeah, no, it definitely, I think it becomes more higher level. I don't know if it's always going to be 10. If kneeling at the summit a ghost or something. That would be kind of cool, right? If we could like be like, hey, oh. Yeah, it would be kind of cool. There is a mission where you have to go around and visit all the historical monuments. There's a quest for that where you actually go, because there's multiple. I'm pretty sure there's multiple like monuments. I don't even know. I just love the little sound effect that we get from there. I don't care about that. That's not even for me. I don't care about that. And there is the lever to let Errol and Errol, I don't know, and the prince in. Hello. I use endure pain makes you need to even more. Makes you need to heal me even more. Because you get Does it? What does endure pain do? I forgot. Does it increase your health? I think it increases your health, doesn't it? Life siphon? That looks different than I used to. Gives me health for a bit? Yeah. Boom. Your pet leveled up. Which yet again is another gravity thing from Final Fantasy. Oh, giving you extra health, like an extra bit of health. When you slot gear with gravity set, increases your health. Oh, okay, interesting. I mean, Final Fantasy has been very influential as well in the like gaming industry, so I'm not surprised that there's you know, those like same ideas popping up, you know. I knew they were gonna do it. That's why I preemptively cast Horizon of Healing, because I was like, they're gonna attack me. Alright, we've Slog, Firehide. Firehide. Yep. Yep. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna die. Too much damage. I died. Holy crap. Alright, thanks for revived me there. My goodness. I died, you guys. First Final Fantasy directly in homage to Dungeons and Dragons, I'm sure. So as you guys can see, Flaming Scepter Mages, right? That's what Errol was saying, that the Flaming Scepter Mages, right? And so these guys look just like Kendrick. Was that his name? Kendrick Redstaff or whatever? They have the same outfit as that guy. So these are Flaming Scepter Mages. These are, if you guys have ever been to Plains of Ashford, on the far, like, it's the south, I want to say it's the southwestern corner. There is the Decimus stones, and you go in and you have to like plant these charges at these little obelisk looking things, and as you approach them they like shock you a little bit. You get like damaged by like a little shock. It's based off of these things. So we have to defend these mages now. We're doing a really great job because that guy's about to get attacked, I think. But they're gonna actually attack them as well. I think they do like, I don't know if they do like, I was trying to get them all on the platforms because they each have like a platform they go to, but so we have to like defend these guys. Okay, they're coming in. We gotta rescue that guy. He's probably gonna die. It doesn't matter if they die, honestly, but yeah, he died. That's okay. Not a big deal. We just have to survive. Because Rurik right here, he's knocking on the door. But yeah, so this is like there's a little reference that you can find in Guild Wars 2 with these little, the Decimus stones area has like a reference to these obelisks, and it's really cool. And then of course like the Flaming Scepter Mages, you know, if you ever played like Ascalonian Catacombs, you get a reference to those guys in there, where you find their scepters, right? They were like, you know, where the guy talks about like, oh, you know, they're buried with their scepters, the Flaming Scepter Mages. They get, you know, and then he finds like 2 scepters in order to like defeat the boss or whatever, you know. It's like this whole thing. And this is the final group that has a boss. Yeah, the final group has a boss. We did it! He opens the door.
Quickly, this way.
Alright, so we lock them
That was
out.
close. Closer than I'd hoped. This portal will take us to the academy at Nolani. From there, we can make it to the wall and cross over to Rin. We should hurry. The magical wards will hold back the Char, but not for long. Wait, my lord. Come look at what I have found. that?
Yes, my prince. I believe it is the mouthpiece for the fabled horn, Stormcaller. With this weapon, we could destroy the Char once and for all. Ascalon could be saved.
I have heard the stories of the horn's magic, but let us not be too hasty. If this is what you say it is, then we must get it to Rin. We'll see for ourselves how much power this Stormcaller has. Come, we'll take this to my father, King Adalbern. Surely he will know if discovering this weapon is our salvation, or simply too late. Either way, staying here will surely be the death of us. Quickly, through the portal!
I love how, like, they didn't even take the mouthpiece. Like, they just leave it sitting there. It's like, I mean, it's just, you know, it's really funny. But yeah, that's also another one of the, my god, look at all the amount, like, look at all the people playing. This is crazy, you guys. This is absolutely bonkers. There we go. There we go. That works. I have the Stormcaller. I do too, and I love using it. I actually have, so just so you guys know, I have a cosplay character in Guild Wars 2 that looks like Prince Rurik. So I made him look. I did a really good job, I gotta say. Like, he looks just like Prince Rurik, and he uses, of course, he uses the like flaming not the flaming scepter, the fiery dragon sword, right, skin to make it look like he's wielding Sahasin. But then also on top of that, and he has a shield, right? And then the other set, he actually uses a warhorn in his offhand, and it's a Stormcaller skin, which I thought is like perfect for him, right? So that's like that's the setup that I have, and it's awesome. So I love using him once in a while, going around just hanging out in Ascalon or whatever. Look at all these people here! Holy crap! Is that the that might be because of is this like the mission, the Zaishin mission or something like that? I'm not sure, but there's a lot of people here. Kind of crazy. Yeah, so one thing that I never understood, and something that they've never explained, and something that they could make really, really interesting too, is the idea of like Stormcaller, right? So like they talk about Stormcaller being this fabled weapon and having these powers and being super powerful and blah blah blah, and we're gonna see it in effect in a little bit, and it does exactly as the name implies. It actually calls not a storm, but there's actually rain. It calls rain down, and like I said, there's this weird implication that the Char are empowered by their flaming braziers, so you actually put the fires out on the braziers, pretty much weakening the Char that are around. And we're gonna see all this in the next mission, but it's so weird because we never really, like, who created this? Where did Stormcaller come from? Like, was it a creation of the gods? Was it something that was like pre-human that they found? You know, is it something like, is it like an old Norn artifact maybe or something? Like, we don't really know, right? But it's so weird to me how, like, they just kind of have this whole part of the, oh, I do love that armor. That does look cool. This, you know, I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me. The gods definitely help and influence a lot in Guild Wars 1 compared to Guild Wars 2. Well, that's the thing, because in Guild Wars 1, they're still, like, way more active than they ever are in Guild Wars 2. Because, right, like, right as you start, when you create a human in Guild Wars 2, they talk about how the gods have kind of abandoned this world, right? They're like, they have fallen silent or whatever. They word it in a weird way, right? But like, they haven't really been answering the prayers and stuff like that. But here in Guild Wars 1, we can actually see, when we go to like the different statues of the gods, you can find, like, you can kneel and you can see the avatars. They actually come down, and so they're like actively talking, and so it's like the gods haven't left the realm at that point, right? They leave after the dragons awaken, right? After the elder dragons start awakening, that's when they actually physically leave. So they influence a lot more in Guild Wars 1 for sure, because they're way more active too. So maybe it is I don't know. You need to write a Guild Wars 2 lore fan book? Oh god. I don't know. I mean, that would probably be illegal. I don't know. Would that be illegal? Writing the lore in a book like that? I don't know. But I don't think I'm ever gonna do that. All that knowledge. Hey, that's a Nightfall reference. All that knowledge. That is Cormier says that, right? All that knowledge. And she's like, I'll get it. And she jumps in. She's like, and she becomes a goddess. That's how that goes. But yeah, I don't know. It's just really strange to me, right? It's like one of those situations that I'm like, I wish they would have explained more on that, right? Like, I wish they would have given us more of an in-depth look of love the hate. Wait, what? Love the hate people have for Cormier. I don't have the hate, really. I just, a lot of people are like, oh, we should have been you know, we should have become the god, like she took our place. It's like there's a lot of nuance to the whole situation, in my opinion, and I feel like she really was supposed to, like, it's almost like I feel like her becoming the goddess, I hate Traherne way more. I don't hate Traherne either. I think both of them get put into positions where they don't have the freedom that we get. The reason why we don't want to be the god or be the leader of the pact is because we would be restricted to the things that we can do, right? The thing is, like, Cormier becomes the goddess, and like it's almost like a punishment for her in a way, right? Like, it's almost in a way she now has this new like eternal obligation, you know, based off of like the things that have happened in the story or whatever. Like, that's the feeling that I get from it, you know? And it's almost like her punishment based off of, like, you know, she is the reason that, like, partly she's the reason why Abaddon kind of awakened and stuff, and she caused a lot of people to die and you know, all this stuff, and it's kind of like a little bit her punishment in a way that she becomes the goddess. Your pet gets bigger at level 12, 15, 18, 20. I could be wrong on that. It's definitely 12. I don't know. I think it's 12, 18, and 20. It grows in size, I want to say, or something. I'm not sure. Maybe 20, not 20. Like, maybe it's 12, 15, 18, and then it doesn't grow anymore. It's something like that. But definitely level 12, you're going to see, like, a little bit of a jump. The Warthog, I realized, don't really change that much in size compared to, like, something like the MOA bird. Those things get, like, massive, but they're, like, huge. They're, like, twice the size by the end of it. Hi, Twinkle Everheart. It does grow bigger. Yes, your pets do grow in size based on which level they are. They do get way bigger. Like the Moa birds. Let me like just stand next to a Moa bird here. So the Moa bird, the Moa birds, they become like almost twice the size. I mean, they're gigantic by the end of it. They get so tall, these guys. It's like, oh, okay. They're like a real, like, emu. You know, like a real life emu where they're like really freaking tall for no reason. Can we actually continue through here? I think we can continue. Oh yeah, we can. Look at that. We can just like walk through it. Actually, there's these guys. We want to hang out with these. I think. Do we want to hang out with these? I don't know. They can kind of help us. They will follow us, I think, if we treat them right. Look at this guy. What are you doing? Hello. Like I have the bear in Precinct, I feel it's the same size as the other bears. I don't know. I guess you could see, you could like fight a bear in Precinct and see how big like, but I do know for a fact that most of the pets, I don't know if it's all of them, I don't know if it's like some don't, I don't know, but I do know that most of the pets do grow in size. They do get bigger. I think the thing is that with some of them, it's more obvious than with others. I think that's the main part. I tried capturing a bear. It was such a pain to get. Yeah, you have to kind of... The only way to really get it is if you do it with, like, 2 people, and there's, like, a specific setup that you have to do in order to get it, because it does interrupt your capturing it. Hey, War Master, are you gonna come with me? Behind is defeat, ahead is victory. You gonna follow me? Oh, yeah. Okay, he's gonna follow me. Alright, we're gonna go back up here. A Raleigh with the chat, open chest... Oh. Don't look at it. Nothing going on there anyways. Where are we going? We're going over here. We gotta go down here. I'm doing the bonus. Oh my god, these freaking trains drive me crazy all day long. I did tame the bear and leveled it to 15. So it'll only have grown like maybe once or twice. So if you level it to level 20, you should definitely see a difference in size. You should definitely, because it doesn't do it like gradually. It does it in like little steps where it's like, oh, level 12, it just jumps up a little bit. And then if it goes up from there, it's just, you know, whatever. Like it's, I don't know what the levels are. Hold on, give me 1 second here, guys. I want to find out. What are they called? They're called animal companions, I believe they call them in Guild Wars 1. Oh my god. That's an extra letter in there. Let's see. They grow in size at 12, 15, and 20. I think, right? Hold on. Let me look at it real quick. Evolution. So they actually, and so just so you guys know, based on the amount of damage that they do and the things that they do, they actually evolve into different pets. Different kinds of pets. They do like different amounts of damage, and they have different stats based on the amount of damage they do compared to you. I'm trying to see where it says like, yeah, because like when you look, like there's a difference between so the different evolution paths are hardy, playful, elder, aggressive, and dire. And like it goes from the healthiest to like the less healthy, but they do more damage. So the hardy, it has the most health at 540, and then playful has 510, elder has 480, aggressive has 450, and dire has 420. But they do more damage based on, you know, dire does more damage than hardy does, and I don't know exactly. There's like a specific right here, it actually tells you. So like hardy, it says here, has a 15 to 35 damage range. Playful has a 17 to question mark. Elder has 17 to 41. Aggressive has 18 to question mark, and then dire is 20 to 46. So dire has like the minimum jumps up by a lot, and the maximum does too. There's a lot of like weird little things to it. I want to say pets grow in size as they level up, but it doesn't say when they grow in size. So maybe it is gradual? Maybe it is gradual. Maybe it is. I thought it was based off of like the evolution path. But it doesn't say that here. Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, it says like they 5, 12, 15, 20. So something like that, maybe. Okay. Oh, you need to evolve them then? Well, you don't really evolve them. The way that it works is they automatically evolve. like as they level up, they automatically evolve based on. Can I check out that bow? Yes, you can. Here, there you go. Sorry, I didn't even see that. So based off of the damage that they do compared to you and the damage they receive, they change. Like you have, it's so weird how they do it in Guild Wars 1 with the way that pets. You kind of have to look it up on the wiki how it works. It's very different. Ooh, look at that. Physical damage, marksman. That's a pretty decent flat bow. But yeah, you kind of have to like look it up. How that works. Can two people do the story quest in Guild Wars 1 together the entire game, or have to redo some things to continue progressing? You have to backtrack a little if you want to do tutorial part, early part together when starting different campaigns, but other than that, you can just pretty much... Yeah, you can do everything together. You can do everything together. So Mish and I is actually... Mish is hanging out, and we're playing through the game right now together. So as we're doing the missions together, so once we finish this mission, I will have it completed, and Mish will have it completed too. So it'll be... I traded my old one to you. Oh, thanks. Awesome. I guess I'll keep that as my bow set. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm probably gonna sell it. So thanks for that money. I don't really want to have a second set right now because I don't really care. But yeah, I did check out some stuff, the requirements and all that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Wonder if the game can be played co-op. The game definitely can be played co-op. It was designed to actually be played co-op. The game was designed to actually be played. That's why the NPCs that we have in our group, like, they're supposed to just be there to kind of fill in if you don't have other people to play with. But technically, the game was designed to be played by multiple people all together. Like, that's how the game was actually designed. So you can play, I mean, as the team size is going to grow, right? And so the team size is going to grow up to 8 people. So you can actually group up with, like, later on, you can group up with 7 other people, which is really, really cool. You know, if you can find all those, that amount of people. It's really nice, though. But yeah, so I made a short on this guy, Watchman Promise. So if you guys haven't watched my short on that, you can actually find this guy's ghost in Guild Wars 2. The Tome of the Fallen. So he talks about that in Guild Wars 2 as well. But you can find him only once in a while. You can find him in the ruins of Rin. It's very mysterious. And only at night. I did a whole short. Watch it. Go watch my short. I need you to pause watching the stream right now, and I need you to go watch that short. No, you don't. I'm kidding. Look at it. It's the symbol. It's that same symbol that's on the cape and all that. You see that? All right. You carry that book. You, my lackey, carry the book. Logs out with the book. Oh, you walk slower when you're carrying something, by the way, if you haven't noticed that. There's content that goes beyond 8 players. Yes, there's 12 player content as well. Is it 12 player? 12 player, right? It goes up to 12. I have some of my fondest memories of playing Guild Wars 1 back in the day was playing with my guild and going into the deep, fighting Kanaxai. Like going in, I remember I always played I was actually a monk back then. I played a monk. And I was a healer in my guild back in the day, yeah, and I remember like just fondest memories going in. Like every week we would get together and we would do the deep and fight Kanaxai and go through that mission. It was so much fun, so much fun. Don't forget those missions with 2 teams. Which missions is that? With 2 teams? What am I not thinking of? Oh, that's right. You're talking about the one in factions where you kind of combine the where you joined with the heroes from Tyria. That's the one you're talking about. That's you get like a whole group of people. You could literally have like 16 people playing together. Yeah, Vizino Square, for example. Yeah, that's like 16 people playing together. It's insane. It is absolutely bonkers. Want to say hi? Want to say this tome is in the Dermot Priory Library? Is it? The Tome of the Fallen is in the Dermot Priory? Really? Wow. That's the thing I didn't know. See, I shouldn't be writing any books. I don't know all the things. God knows I can't write a book. Listen, just to tell you guys, I just finished recording and editing my newest video, which is it's insane. It's absolutely insane, this video that I'm making. Okay, I might be playing this up way too much because I'm really excited about it, but it is absolutely crazy with the amount of stuff that is in that video. The information, the things I talk about, it is crazy. I'm having to record so much footage. It's super fun. I'm having a really good time with it. I didn't sleep last night. I had to take a nap today because I didn't sleep last night because I stayed up all night long, like recording and editing the recording and like doing all that stuff. It's a 40-minute, it's like I think it's like 40 minutes long, the video, and it talks about the mists, and it's just really, there's a lot in there, okay? So I really hope you guys will check that out when that comes out. I'm very excited for it. But yeah, that's probably as far as like writing for me will go. Just have AI write our books for us? No, thank you. Okay. Sometimes when I see AI written stuff, I'm like, oh god, this is awful. Bad. Yes, everyone check it out. Boom boom. Guys, speaking of, if you guys wanna support the channel, make sure to become a member on YouTube or subscribe on Twitch. Please and thank you. You don't have to. I'm just saying for those that wanna help, that wanna do stuff. Oh my god, the ranger! He's dead. He died. No, I don't want the War Master to die. I'm gonna keep him alive. No! He's dying too quickly. I couldn't say. I tried to keep the guy alive. Oh my god. Jesus, they're so strong. So strong. So powerful. Ghostly remains. Yes, please. Hello? There's more enemies. One thing I gotta be curious about, would 16 acres be with the... Well, you gotta have enough corpses, right? Like, the one thing about having... You could if you had enough corpses. That's the thing in Guild Wars 2. You can only have... Or in Guild Wars 1, I'm sorry. That's the thing about Guild Wars 1. You can only have minions if you have corpses to utilize. So probably, you probably could have that many minions if you had that many dead people around. I still love this. Again, we get a lot of dragon symbolism. Obviously, this is like way before Guild Wars 2 even became a thing, but there's a lot of really interesting dragon symbolism in Guild Wars 1 for sure. These guys are really strong. I like that. I need them to stop being this strong. They're level 10, by the way. They're way higher level than anything else we've faced. I think if the problem won't be lack of corpses, but the enemy monks with the anti-minion damage. Probably too, yeah. Well, and that's the thing is, like, you could try to keep them all alive, but when you have that many minions, it's so hard to keep them all alive if you don't have any like healers, dedicated healers in the group too. You know, because then no one will be moving forward because everyone will just be trying to heal the minions nonstop, and that's just a pain in the neck too. You know, so technically it's possible, but I don't think that. I would be surprised if anyone is able to actually get to that point where they can do that. The Tome of the Fallen. Let's talk about that. So, you know, we're talking about Stormcaller, and we're gonna see Stormcaller in a minute, but the Tome of the Fallen also, like, there's Grenz, right? There's like a mural of Gren. You know, it has to do with like the dead rising, which is kind of weird because we see that happen with the Full Fire. The Full Fire being a ritual that's based in like god magic, you know, because it's based off of like the sword, Magdir, and the crown. Right, like that's all kind of involved in all of that, which is all based, like, is all given to the Ascalonians by the gods. So there's like this god magic thing that kind of happens there. But the Tome of the Fallen kind of does the same thing. You have all these Spirit of the Fallen, and so you take the tome and you put it on the pedestal, right? And then boom, all the spirits suddenly disappear. They're gone, right? And that's all the info we get. We don't get any other. Hello? Oh, I guess we gotta talk to this guy. They gave their lives protecting the wall. Is that who we need to talk to, this guy? The story of our destruction was foretold long ago. Our names might written the prophet, the sons of the Ascalon would not die in vain. Heed the words of the prophet. So they kind of talk about like the Flameseeker prophecies. Kind of cool. They give you like a little hint of the Flameseeker prophecies. Hey, how are you, Chadgo? Welcome. Long time no see. How have you been? I do love these gravestones, though. They have like, I mean, they look really cool. Like, how badass. Like, imagine this was your tombstone. Like a fiery, like, effect on the side, and there's like a, whatever that is, and a dragon. That's cool as hell, dude. Alright. Stank reek foul. Stanky guy over here. Oh my god. we stepped into something. I don't know what we stepped into. Jesus. No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. So who's watching the who's gonna be watching the release of the video later? Are you guys excited for that? Do we ascend in this campaign, or is that a Nightfall only thing? That is not even a thing in Nightfall. You technically don't ascend in Nightfall. The only places where you ascend are at, like, if you want to be technical about it, are prophecies and factions. But in factions, it's called Becoming Closer to the Stars, or Bueno Su. I'm good, I think. Well, I hope you are, okay? I hope you're doing good. Oh, why does Path of Fire mention ascending so much if it's a factions? Well, because, so when you look at the world map, the part where you go for ascension in the Crystal Desert is actually in prophecies. Once we go to the desert down here, we're going to be dealing with ascension, and it's actually part of the desert that we go to in prophecies and not in Nightfall. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay, you know? I mean, the world is in shambles and everything is on fire, but other than that, it's great. No, it's not that. I mean, it kind of, you know, life kind of sucks and then you die, but it is what it is. I'm not going to cry about it, so I'm doing fine. I appreciate it, though. I could be worse, you know? There's certain scenarios that I could be going through that I'm not going through, so there you go. There's that. Take. Oh. But I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time playing the game. Playing Guild Wars 1 again. Playing through the game. Hanging out. Talking about lore. But yeah, so just for those of you that don't know, in about a couple of hours, actually in an hour from now, ArenaNet is going to release their making of video on YouTube. So if you guys aren't like aware of it, that's going to be happening in an hour. So is the Reforged version? Yes, the Reforged version is out. We are playing Reforged. It's not necessarily a new. Where did these guys come from? It's not a new game, and it's not a remaster of the old game. It's none of those things, but it is definitely out. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, thank god they all died at once. Jesus. I was like, I'm going to die. Did you know there's a way to travel directly between Desert and Prophecies and in Distillation and Nightfall? I did know that. Yes, I did know that indeed. Can you lure Red Eye the Unholy with your bow? Yeah, just kind of step. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Going in. Attack. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Nope. Ah! After them! We have to protect the prince. Oh my god. Ah! Why did I do that? Why am I such a dum-dum? Oh god, okay. This is bad. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. That's what I was trying to avoid, but I'm just gonna try to keep us alive, and then hopefully the other. Okay, I'm gonna resurrect our friends here. Okay, well that was good. Did they change a lot? They did not change a lot. So you know, a lot of people. There was a little bit of confusion. I think it was just kind of like based on the name. They didn't change a lot. There's controller support, so I could like, right? Like I'm playing with the controller right now, so no, okay. So I can like play with the controller now. I can sit here and play with the controller, and there's like buttons down here, as you guys can see. I can press the things and whatever, right? So there's controller support. There's some graphics updates to it. There's a quest tracker, little things like that, but nothing major, really. Should I start with Prophecies or the last one? Well, I would say, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to get out of the game. You know, if you're just trying to do like end game with your friends, you should do factions, you know. But if you're trying to experience the story and kind of get a little bit more of the lore and learn it a little bit, I would 100% say start with Prophecies, because it's a much slower campaign. It's very, very slow. It's going to take you around this whole place, Central Tyria. You might recognize it. Looks very similar to Guild Wars 2. But, where's Prince Rig? Hello? Am I a dum-dum? Where's the prince? Did he already move ahead? Oh my god, he's getting killed. Wait, where did he go? Oh my god, he's up there. I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. Sorry, guys. But yeah, if you really want to just experience the game from the beginning and take your time with it and kind of learn the ins and outs of it, I would 100% say start with Prophecies. But just be prepared that it's going to take you quite a bit to kind of get through the game. To even get to max level and to kind of get to that point where, you know, you're at end game or whatever, you know. But if you're looking to experience, because if you want to, like, if you want to experience the whole story, you want to do it in order, and you want to have the events like kind of happen in, because when you play Nightfall, by the way, here's one of the effigies we were talking about. This is supposed to be a Titan effigy, so there you go. They use that. But yeah, let's go after Prince Rurik there. But the thing is that there's at the very end of Nightfall, the events of factions and of prophecies and Nightfall, they kind of come together. So you kind of want to have played the other two beforehand, technically. If you're interested in the story, that is. If you're interested in the lore and the stories, I would definitely say start with prophecies first. We're saying apparently the game even accepts gamepad inputs when not in focus and when minimized. Oh, really? Ooh, yeah, that's not good. I can see that being an issue. I could see that being an issue, for sure. Meep. Meep, meep. Oh, here's a great, I love the cinematic. Let's watch the cinematic. This is good. Really good.
Prince Rurik, what are you doing out here?
Open this door. You will let us through.
But sir, the king swore death if the door was opened.
And I swear death if you don't stand aside this instant.
Yes, my prince.
I defend Ascalon against another Char invasion. And my father trifles with doors.
You'll speak to the king, won't you? You'll tell him I had no choice.
I think it's such a funny piece of dialogue.
By Balthazar's beard, Rin burns.
I told the king the Char would not be held for long.
We must get to Hornhill. Only Stormcaller can save the city now.
It's such a funny piece of dialogue. It's so, I don't know why that cracks me up every single time, but he's just like, I defend Ascalon against another Char invasion, and my father trifles with doors. And then the guy's like, you'll tell the king that I had no choice, right? And Prince Rurik just walks off. He's just like, I don't give a fuck what you have to say, doorman. Somebody saw him with the gamepad while chatting in Ascalon the other day and noticed it. Yeah, I feel like that would not, that's not good. Alright, there's Hornhill. There's Rin. The ruins of Rin, technically. Oh, Boulder Elementals, my favorite. I'm getting hit. Crude shield. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Because I totally need that. There is a lot of trains coming through today. I don't know what is going on. It's been like this all day. Crush Kill. Jesus. What a name. Meep meep. It was the funniest, you know, it was the funniest thing today, or last night too, when I was recording the audio for that video. I sat down, I got everything ready, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be a long video. I have like 40 minutes of recording. I do all of mine in one take, right? So I'm just literally like, okay, I gotta sit down, I gotta record this whole stuff. And literally as I go to press the record button, meep meep, there's a train coming through. I was like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. I cracked up laughing. I was like, of course this would happen, right? But look at this thing. Look at how massive this thing is. Like, who built this? Where did this come from? This is Stormcaller, just so you guys know. Stormcaller, right? And so Stormcaller, he's gonna attach the mouthpiece that we just found to it, okay? We get the bats. We get the bats flying around really, really jankily.
Praise be to Duena if this works.
So he blows through it and it starts raining, right? So there's this magical power that this can call down rain. And as I said, there's this weird implication that the fires strengthen the Char, right? The Flame Legion. And so now that we have put out these braziers, they've been weakened. Their power has been weakened. And so we take advantage of that. We have to protect this guy. So Prince Rurik is going to go gung-ho again, and he's going to run right into these enemies. So this is going to be a little dangerous. We should keep that stuff as blooper at the end of the video. What do you mean? Oh, I actually I started doing that today. I had like a blooper that I did in the recording where where I said something really funny and it was like wrong. It wasn't what I was supposed to say. It was like I was trying to I record like the weirdest stuff, but I'm gonna make like a compilation at some point of all the like weird blooper stuff of like the stuff that I read. It's really funny. We should not run in there, but that's okay. We should be okay, I think. Blaze butt. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm trying. They're really strong. Where's Prince Rurik? We have to keep him safe. Hello, Prince Rurik, where are you? Am I dumb? Where? Oh, he's down here. So, oh god, I'm sorry you died. Yeah, we shouldn't be going that way. That is not the way that we want to go. That is, oh god. I'm gonna, everyone come down here. Everyone run down here. It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I should have been more clear about it. But yeah, they have, these guys are way too strong. They have like a boss healer as well. Reyna, please. Oh, stupid Reyna dying. This rig is dying. Everyone's dying. It's just shit. Everything's going to shit right now. It's okay. We'll be fine. It's fine. We will be okay. I'm gonna let the char kind of do their thing. My guys, I will say that they're pretty persistent on what they're doing there. Oh god. Okay, we fixed it. See, we fixed it. Boom, we summon another one of these. We fixed it. It's all good. See, so they have these char fire stands, and they have gone out of power now, right? Like they're out of power. They ran out of battery power. No, the fires in them were put out, right? And so these char are weakened now. So it's this weird like implication that the flame legion are just kind of powered by these things. It's kind of weird. They never really explored that either. It calls storm. I mean, it really does, right? It's like it's Stormcall. Yeah, it makes it rain. Look at that rain. It's a very PlayStation 1 looking rain. Look at that. And there's Bonfaz, who led the whole invasion in the first place. Who was the part of the invasion force. Boom. There he goes. There he goes. Writing it all down. And here we get the start to the Flameseeker prophecies.
Trumpets. The king must be near.
Raleigh's brain should be studied for humanity.
Darkened his heart.
No one should study my brain, I tell you that.
Hail King Adalbern!
I love how they all have different shields, but they all have the same sword.
Rise, my son. You have done well. The discovery of Stormcaller is surely a sign of victory.
It is a powerful weapon, but I fear not powerful enough. The
How's
Char
it a
have
weapon?
amassed an army of many thousands.
You overestimate these beasts, Rurik. Do not be afraid.
I am not afraid, Father. I have seen them in battle.
Rin has been destroyed. It would be wise to escape while we can. We should make for Kryta and rebuild our strength, not wait here for death.
I will never allow Ascalons to live in the shadow of the Krytons. It is Rin that will be rebuilt. And you will learn your place.
You have grown proud, Adalbern of Ascalon. Proud and foolish.
You would dare call your king a fool? I will hear no more. I banish you from Ascalon. You are no longer my prince, and you are no longer my son!
People of Rin, your king will lead you to death.
I love how the capes are both fucked
If
up.
you wish to see
Look at
better
that.
days, if you wish to live, then leave the beasts behind and follow me over the Shiver Peaks. We make for Kryta and a new life, free of the Char.
They felt the need to differ from each other because they all have the same sword? Probably, you're right. And we're in the Shiver Peaks, you guys. Rourke gets banished. Oh my god, look at all these things. Oh my god, look at all the people. Holy Jesus. That is so awesome. I love that. Ooh, we can do all the things and get all the skills and get all the things to get all the skills. I love it. What do you have? Ice Prison, Ward Against Foes, Whirlwind. None of those things I want because they're all elementalists. What do you have? I'll just... What do you have? Oh my god, there's so many quests. Wait. Look at all those chickens! Right? Look at all those chickens. I love that video. She's so cute, the little girl. She's probably like 20 now, but in that video she was really cute. Alright. So, new axe skill quest for me. Nice. So we'll definitely do that for sure. For sure, for sure. For shizzle. Oh, shizzle. Yeah, well, I mean, you saw how messed up that was in the video. So I don't know if they're better. But I will agree that they actually have proper physics to them. They actually fall down. There's that's one of the reasons why I don't really use capes in Guild Wars 2 is because they always like hang like way like behind your character, and I'm like, that's not how capes fall. So no thanks. I'm good. All right, I do want to do this quest. Talk to Sin and Traveler's Veil. New boots to acquire, need 5 output. I think I might just buy... Is there an armor set to buy here? A stronger armor set? I might just... Oh, look at this cute little Dolyak. Hey, guy. I think I might just, like, buy... Ooh, Ice Forged. That's level 30. What did I buy? I bought the Flame Forged. I don't want that anymore. I think I'm just going to buy a new armor set real quick. Because I'm never going to get the materials that I need. So, I'm just going to buy a new armor set real quick. The game tag must not be there anymore. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That was one of those things. I was like, ooh, caves! They look like shit. Awesome. Like, they don't look good in Guild Wars 2, in my opinion. I'm just gonna buy I have materials. Do you need materials? Mish, like, do you want me to buy you or give you stuff to get your stuff? You know what I'm saying. Alright. I'm gonna get the All-Seeing Eye because I want energy storage because I don't use any of the other elements. And I'm gonna get... I think I'm gonna get Ice Forged. Am I gonna get Ice Forged? I already have the Elite Ice Forged on my other elementalists. Maybe I'll just do... Yeah, but I like the way it looks. It looks better. I'm gonna get the Ice Forged. The Elite one, I'm probably gonna get a different one once I get an Elite. That's it. Okay. There we go. We got a new set. It's all gray, but it looks pretty cool. It kind of fits with the priest theme. If I colored this all white, it would probably look really good. But yeah, Mish, if you need some materials or something, just let me know. I have plenty of materials for like an armor set or something. I don't really care, so. I don't know what you need, but as you can see, I have some stuff at least. Not all the things, but I have some stuff. I don't think I can... I'm just gonna trash these. What do we have for weapons? let's talk to Hylas for a second. Always nice. That's one of the things that I really, really love in Guild Wars 1 is just that feeling when you get to a new area. Like, ooh, what armors, what skills are available? Like, what are the quests that are available? What weapons? You know, what are the things going on? Like, there's this feeling that you get, and it's just so cool, you know? Really, really love that. Nothing for me here. I actually made a short on this location as well, you guys. In Guild Wars 2, you can actually find this location, and it looks pretty much like the environment looks pretty close to what it looks like here. Like, they have the tents and kind of the same location and stuff like that. It's pretty nice. But there are skills this guy can teach me nonetheless. Blessed. For each enchantment you are maintaining... Okay, I don't want that. Heal target ally. Oh, this is Divine Favor. I don't want that. I want Healing Prayers. God, no signets for me? Signets. Mostly bow stuff, which I have no interest in. I'm guessing Cultist Henchman is Necro. Yes, that is a Necromancer. We're actually going to take him with us because he has an ability that helps with energy regeneration. And it's actually really nice. In addition, for each enchantment or hex on that target, 39. This is 40. So this is about the same there. Restore life. Target party member. Return to life. Touched ally. For 30 seconds, each time target ally attacks or casts a spell that target. Ooh, I do want that. I'm gonna take that back out. And I think... this is 47. This is only 39. But for each enchantment... I think I'm gonna take that. I think I'm gonna exchange... Ooh, and I can purge conditions too. And remove hex. I think I'm gonna buy that too. I think I'm gonna need to step away from doing damage. It's nice to have these with me, but I definitely need to. So I want to replace that. And then I want to take Vigorous Spirit. That's 30 seconds. That's pretty long. So I'm gonna put that at the front. And then... What did I just say? Oh. I think I'm going to take Remove Hex, just in case, because I feel hexes are going to be more common than conditions. Alright, I need 14 iron ingots. Okay, sorry, I was reading stuff. Where's my thing? There we go. 14 iron ingots. How much money do I have? I don't know. Withdraw. I'm gonna withdraw 1 platinum. Great. So you need what? 300 gold, you said? 300 gold. And I don't know how to offer a specific. Oh, there we go. I was like, how many? 14, you said? So that's done. Is that a whole new armor set for you then? I really do like this armor set. This is probably what I'm gonna be wearing until the end. Ooh, I could color this. What does that look like? Ooh, that looks very priestly, right? I'm not gonna waste my white though. I don't like this armor, but that looks very priestly, so. I do like the Ice Forge. The Ice Forge is my favorite elementalist. Hey, hi Emily, I'm doing well. How are you? All right, guys. So we're gonna do except for Helm, the same everywhere. So far, same armor, same stats. Yeah, they kind of do the same thing. Yeah, that's very true. So, pretty good. That's good. So we're gonna go and we're gonna do these couple of quests, and then I think I'm gonna finish for tonight. Actually. Okay. So we can take Claude with us, who is a necromancer. And I think I'm gonna get Dunham. Let's take him for now. We'll see how well I do as a healer, solo healer. We'll see. I don't really want to waste a slot to take another guy with it. Oh, I want to see. Is there like a frost artifact? Holy rod. Oh, that requires divine favor. I need somebody to search along the road back to Ascalon and help anyone. No, I don't want to do all that. It's like all the way out where Hydras are hanging out at, and I don't really care. Yeah. So, are you ready, Wish? I'm half naked. Where are you? Well, don't you know that's the anime logic? The less armor a woman wears, the better it is. The better the armor is. Don't you know anything? Don't you know anything? Come on. That's how that works. Jumping. Alright, so let's do this couple of quests. I don't know what yours is. But mine is to talk to Sin. So I know that. Got a snow wolf here. Hi, Shin. Okay. I don't know what I need to do. Securing the veil. I don't know. Oh my god, I gotta go all the way to the Horse Iron Mines? I don't want to go all the way there. But it's so many skills that I'm getting. Alright, well, you tell me where you need to go on yours, because God knows I don't know. That guard is gonna die. Oh, I was trying to save him, but there was no saving the poor man. I'll tell you what. All right, now we have 6 people in our group. That's like a huge increase in like just everything. It's along this path. Okay, so we'll just continue along the path. The more they reveal, the more CC and stuns the enemy has. What? I can't cast this on myself. Oh my god. I hate that. That's okay. I can use these two and then that I'll be fine. Oh, the more CC and stuns the enemy has. Oh my god, that's really funny. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, okay. Yeah, isn't it true? Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Well, that failed. Why are they so strong? I'm completely failing as a healer right now, so I don't know what to tell you guys. I might have to, so I think what I'm gonna do for the next stream, I might switch off of being the healer. I might actually take an actual, like, I might split myself into, so do we go further this way for is your quest over here? Is this defeating all of these? There's so many of them. Why is there so many of them? Look at them! There's so many! This is so evil. Yep, it's up here. How do I draw on the map? You just draw on it. You just press your button. You just press the left mouse. Left mouse to draw on it. Yeah, so for the next stream, I might become like a smiter and actually deal damage instead. And then have someone else do the healing for me, just so that I can help out with damage a little bit, and leave the healing up to the NPCs. We crave battle. Deja vu right now? Really? You have a deja vu? Which is really interesting because when you have deja vus in situations that you know you've never been in, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Oh my god, I can't. I don't even know. I don't even. That is so much damage. How are you supposed to keep up with that? I'm out of energy. Like, holy crap. Ugh, I'm glad that Claude is with us though. Dude, Orion, I need you to stop dying, please. Claude is amazing. So he casts Blood Ritual. And oh god, the Judge. The Judge is here. The Judge is here. We're all gonna die. Oh my god, this is crazy. There was way too many enemies there. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. There's way too many enemies. How are we doing? Are we continuing your quest? Are we going in the right direction? Is it killing that guy? It's up that hill. Okay. So that's almost where the next mission outpost is, actually. Alright, remember guys, the making of Guild Wars is coming up shortly in about 30 minutes. And yeah, so if you guys want to watch that, make sure to check that out on YouTube. I'll probably be in that chat or whatever. I'll be watching it. It's premiering. Oh my god, run away. There they are. I think that's who we're looking for, right? Elsa, use your ice powers to destroy the enemies. Okay, so I think we gotta lead them back, right? I think that's what it is. Oh, we gotta lead them up there. So here's one of the cool things that ArenaNet does. So when you move from like one area to the next, they show you how like the weather changes and the day and night cycle kind of changes a little bit, right? Instead of having like actual day and night cycle. Oh god, hello. We got centaurs. He's in the middle of talking, you guys. We're showing the cool things that Guild Wars 1 has, alright? But yeah, so as you walk down here, you see it starts snowing. And the sky is supposed to change. Oh, does it change? Yeah, so look at the sky. Look, ooh, look. And it's all of a sudden like cloudy, and it's dark, and it's like nighttime. They like show you that like the sun is setting now in the mountains, right? And it's nighttime now. Kind of weird how that happens. Took me there, and now we go back. Do you go back to the actual outpost? Is it asking you to go to the actual outpost? I guess you were just supposed to drop them off there. Wait, did we drop them off? They're still following us. What's happening? Oh, they're different quests. Okay, I only accepted the one quest, so. There's so many quests you can take here. Over there. What are we doing over there? Is that your main? I'm just trying to do your main quest for your axe because I want to do mine as well, and I don't want to do all of these. I don't know how many quests you've accepted, but oh, it's over here now? Okay. Heal! Heal, everyone! I can cleanse that hex. I have cleansed hexes on now. Oh, look, we have an army. We have an army of people with us. Ooh, I got a water wand. Wild hex. No, I'm gonna keep the one I have. So it's down here somewhere. I'm a new player to Guild Wars and I'm a little confused. I've hit level 10 and I want to do Eye of the North. How do I do that? You have to go to, which campaign are you playing? Is my question, first of all. It depends on which campaign you're playing. Oh god. The refugees. The refugees are getting killed. Okay, wow. I got completely bashed by these guys. Prophecy. So you have to get to Lion's Arch. You have to pretty much play the story until you get to Lion's Arch. And then in Lion's Arch, there is a character that you can talk to that has a quest. There'll be, when you enter Lion's Arch, there will be a little pop-up on the screen that'll tell you like, oh, if you go here you can start Eye of the North or something like that. And so you have to make your way there in order to start that. Now just back to Yaxman. Okay. So let's actually, I don't care. Let's go back because I gotta finish the stream. Because I wanna watch that video. So I'm actually not gonna do my quests. I'll do it at some other point. It is my, oh my god, so much damage. So let's just go back to Yak's Bend. And finish that. Oh no. I'm doing that. Oh. Ooh, I leveled up. Hey, at least we got something out of that. 6 points. Put that into energy storage right there. Boom, look at all that energy. Thanks, I've been trying to look for videos and no one has made a video on that. Thank you very much. Oh, of course, yeah. So just get to Lion's Arch and there's a I forgot who it is, but there's one that it says like, I don't know. It tells you on the screen like, hey, to access Eye of the North, go here and here and talk to that person. And then you have to do a little quest line and it'll take you to the actual area that is the frozen north. The far north. Alright, let's fight our way through. Oh, like that. Alright, well, guys, we're coming to the end of the stream. I'm just gonna run to Yak's band, and then I'm gonna be done for tonight. I appreciate everyone that was here. There was a bunch of you guys here. I really, really appreciate you guys showing up. If you guys want to support the channel, make sure to like and subscribe, as always. You know, gotta do the usual whatever, you know. Also, memberships, subscriptions, all available if you guys want to support the channel. Sadly, if you're using a fresh new copy of Guild Wars Reforged on Steam, access to Eye of the North still doesn't work? Really? Oh, that's so annoying. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, so unfortunately that might not work. I don't know. I don't play on Steam, so I'm not sure how that works. But yeah, like I said, I'm working on a big video right now. It's a Mist related video. I was gonna say you can probably turn something in somewhere around here. I don't know. Okay, if we can just go in, let's see. But yeah, I'm having appreciation of watching Guild Wars. Thanks for stream. Oh, of course. I'm glad. I hope that you will jump in at some point and play a little bit. I mean, I can always go back and help you out and continue on your stuff too, or whatever, you know, which is not a problem at all. But yeah, there's definitely it's definitely a very interesting game. It's very different to Guild Wars 2, but it has a lot of really cool stuff in its own right, you know. So but yeah, so next time, like I said, I might try out doing smiting prayers instead, and we're gonna actually take some healer with us instead and have her do the healing, and I might take some minor healing with me just to help out a little bit. But yeah, so I have a lot of fun with it. Cool, awesome. Yeah, we can definitely do that again. So, but yeah, like I said, so I'm gonna be working on some more shorts as well. I have 3 other videos planned as of right now after this big video that I'm working on. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to work on. I want to work on a new playthrough series. We have a bunch of different streams that I've been doing, like different things that I want to do for streams and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff. Thank you so much for following. I really, really appreciate that. I do love this Mesmer armor. It looks really cool. But yeah, so, oh yeah, this is also one. This is look this pig right here. He's like the happiest pig to be burned alive. Or he's not alive, he's dead clearly, but he's like look at how happy he is. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like he's like really happy. But yeah, anyways, so I appreciate you guys very, 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 very much. For streaming, I'm probably going to be done for this week. You guys won't see me until next week, but I'm going to continue doing some stuff. We're going to be doing Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2, maybe somewhere Elden Ring, maybe other things. I don't know. We'll see. At work right now, but I'll pull up with my crew for your next stream. Add me on Discord. I can do that, but thank you guys. I will see you all. Hold on, I will see you all later. Hold on, let me see if that is okay. I will see you all later. Bye, you guys.